How we doing, gents?
I don't know what's going on. I just feel awkward here.
How we got to do this shit this week?
This how much. It's a bit like Carlton, isn't it?
Well, it's not really.
It's not really.
It's kind of what Carlton have to do at the moment, which is change.
The change.
Adapt to a scenario.
Adapt to a scenario, yeah. Which we can't.
I'm actually happy.
This is going to be an interesting show.
We can adapt like this.
We should adapt like this. Yeah. That's how Carlton should be.
And they can. Yes, they can. There's still light. There is still light.
There is light at the end of the tunnel.
It's a long
unfortunately,
tunnel.
it's just another tunnel. Unfortunately, it's another train coming in the opposite direction that's going to hit us.
That's okay, as long as we're prepared.
Well, yes, exactly.
No, it's
Paul.
tough.
Are we changing? Or are we staying?
Mars, Rocco.
And we got the big wolf. Well, last time we had Bucky.
Evangelos. Or Lis.
Evangelist.
Evangelos Christou.
I was saying last time we had Bucky because we were like needing answers. Now we've gone to he played for the reserves. Now we had someone who played for the seniors, but we need some real answers this week.
Oh, well, don't look at me. I played 22 years ago. Things have changed.
Now before we get into the show...
we can't get anyone from now to talk to
Before we get into the show, let's mention the sponsors.
All right.
Let's mention the sponsors.
Can you do it without the script?
Nah.
Yeah, you can. Come on, man.
All right. So first of all, Snitz Northlands.
Lands with an
Is
S.
it Northlands or Northlands?
North.
We're changing it week by week. It's with an F.
North.
Yes. So if you become a sub, if you subscribe, right, you get 17% off.
To Blue Broad or the Jumper
But if
Punch.
you become a member,
get
25% off.
25%.
A member to where?
Oh, looks like I'm becoming a member.
A member to what?
A member to our channel.
The Jumper Punch channel.
Yeah, not
Link
Blue
is
Broad.
below.
Don't go to Blue Broad.
I was talking to Rocco there. I was pointing at the computer. Link is there. In the YouTube.
We're a bit discombobulated.
We are
I'm telling you, it's all like, I don't know what to do anymore.
Look what he is in the middle.
I'm lost in the middle, man.
He's got his arms tucked in.
Okay, next.
Marino Brothers, who have been there since the start. They are the number one.
They're the Dylan Alcotts.
They are. the Dylan Alcotts.
Or the Josh Frydenbergs.
So if you get $60...
If you spend over $60, you get free shipping.
And before midnight,
correct,
you get free shipping the next day. Did you know that?
At your door.
At your door.
At your door.
Okay.
They deliver your stuff. And then...
And your PO box as well, if you know.
Rocco's Rant is proudly sponsored by...
Top Dog Liquor.
Top Dog Liquor!
Lyndon Hosking. Could have used him in the rooms last night after the game.
Commonwealth bronze medalist.
Wow.
Boxing.
Okay, so what's the deal
In
there?
boxing. He
He'll
sponsors...
kick your head in.
So check out his website.
Legally, of course, legally.
15% off, 20% off?
No deals there.
Okay.
The deal is that you're together with us.
Exactly.
That's the deal.
Okay.
And we're with him.
And the other one, of course, we have it. Is there any more after that? No, just him. The other one, of course, is North Seafood Bar.
North.
And Grill.
Seafood Bar.
They are proudly sponsoring. I can't do it.
They are proudly sponsoring.
Legends of the Jumper Punch, which this week we had a great... You played one season with him. Brett Thornton.
Yes, I did.
T-Bird.
I remember, when you rocked up.
I'll tell you now. You know what he said? I said, do you remember your first possession? And he goes...
Don't tell me I gave it to him.
He goes, I think Ange gave it to me and I just threw it on the boot. So you gave him his first possession.
Okay. What was that? Was that back in 02?
In 02.
Yeah, it would have been 02.
And it was at...
My last year.
It was
his
round
first year.
10 at Fremantle.
There you go.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, in your last year, his first year. And anyway, we'll talk about him. And that's it. We might as well order some coffees, huh? Now, listen, I can't do this anymore. We've got to move. I can't do this.
Order the
I'm not
coffees.
moving, but you guys can move.
I'm going to order the coffees before you.
I reckon me and him move. Because he's not moving. No, you have to be there. Where do you have to be?
I'm a bit
I
fussy.
can be anywhere.
Hey, we sound like Carlton here.
No, I can be anywhere.
No one answered. Boss.
Brian
Hello.
Cook. Brian Cook.
Cookie.
Sayers. No Sayers.
Anyone.
Hello.
Tim Lincoln.
Hello.
Lincoln.
Bloke.
Hello.
Chris Wheatley.
Hello. Oh, Terry's answered.
Oh,
Terry. How are
I
you?
thought
Good, mate. Yeah.
maybe bossy.
We need coffees.
Oh, bossy.
Yeah. Delivery. coffees, and sort out some food as well. You know how it is. Because apparently eating's annoying. We've only been doing it since the first episode.
Apparently.
You know we've been eating since the first episode on the show?
And drinking.
Do you know that? And drinking too.
And drinking.
Yeah.
And
now
now
it's
shaking
annoying.
your foot. Maybe
Thanks,
his
mate.
foot won't shake
Yeah,
there
no, it's
anymore.
All right.
Oh, is he doing these ones?
Thanks, mate. Cheers.
He does
I like
this.
that.
Paul does
No,
that
no,
one. He twists
No,
it.
All right. Hey, look at that. What cricket. It's a beautiful assist. And we got some coffees.
Me.
Oh, we got another. We got 2 delivery people.
You can take the plate.
Hey, before you go, tell us. You went to the game yesterday.
It's expected at this point.
That's bad.
Gee whiz.
That's bad. That's
Never
bad.
seen winning, so it's just
Did you hear that?
I've never seen winning. Me
Tell
either.
him. Come here, Dylan. Come here.
I want
Give
you.
it
I
the
want you
bike.
to tell Voss.
Sit down. Sit down. for 1 second. Sit down.
Sit down.
Yeah, give him this.
Here.
No. You should be able to hear it through there.
Here, go. You can speak through that. Go. Tell us how it is, Dylan.
if we don't make finals this year, I'm ready to get my Tasmania membership.
Mic drop. That's it. It's done. Perfect. That's it.
Oh, we're done, man. When you start going for another club.
All right.
No, at least I've got to move.
Are we're moving? Okay.
You're going to accept that as a dad?
No,
Let's get
far out, man.
Do you want me to go in the middle?
Yeah, you can go in the middle, Mars.
I can now fit, I reckon, just. I'm not sure.
I think I'm a little. This door's not closing.
Oh, we got to. We're going to move the whole couch.
Good lord.
All right, no, we're right.
We're good.
Hey,
Good.
Evangelist, you want to do the honours?
Feels weird being in here, man.
Little one.
I'll try and give
Keep
you as
coming
much
over,
space as
right.
possible,
Just
sir.
I'm a hippopotamus, so.
Leave me.
Oh, look.
Did you see that? He goes just a little one. He just poured half a fucking bottle in each one.
That's mine.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
What's got the most? I'll have it. I'm prepping for
that
you.
one. That one there's off.
Tech. Yeah, Paul, have that.
Ching.
Ching ching.
You
Ching
got it.
cotta. Ching ching.
So then I got the cheese, the wolf.
That's a bit of a chincotta.
3, 2, 1.
Okay.
Deal.
That's nice.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, you sculled it.
Yeah, we
No,
stole it.
Okay.
Yep.
Sorry.
Now I brought gifts, but now because you're sitting in my position, like
Bring
Doherty,
Gifts.
Be wary, take
I'm usually sitting up full forward, but Doherty's there at the moment. So yeah, can you get the gifts for us, please?
There's
What
a
are the
gift
gifts?
each.
Petty Mac.
Petty Mac. 1, 2,
How are you?
3.
This one for you. Do you like Pepsi?
Oh, we love it.
You like Pepsi? I don't know if you like
Today we
Pepsi. No, okay.
Petty Mac.
Anyway.
You know what you do? Hey, man, just move over
Let's
just
all-
a little
let's
bit.
all-
No, it's alright. I'm alright. I'm alright.
No, but he looks a little.
Let's all crack
Nice
them at
day.
the same time.
All right.
We've all got
We're
to
gonna
crack it
crack
at the same time.
Noise warning.
3,
With asterisks.
2, 1.
There you
Got the
go.
best crack in the game.
Cheers.
You know he can tell different cracks, different cans.
Yeah.
He can.
No.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah.
You're
joking.
But the Theo he can.
Wow.
Hey, look at the spread.
Look at the
for that.
assortment of. Look at the spread we've got.
We got usually the
Is
sneak.
this not the most jovial start to a show we've ever had?
After such.
After such a
We won by 100 points last week. We had our,
Oh,
head,
yeah,
we had
thank you.
our head in our hands.
Yeah.
It's because we've got Ange here, that's why.
Because you got Ange. Ange just livened us up.
Have you ever been upset in this man's presence?
No.
You can't. It's hard to be.
Seriously?
It's hard to vote.
Speaking of last week,
Yeah.
did you know the stat where we've won by, if we've won over 100 points, the next week we've lost?
I mentioned that. Remember I was
Oh.
mentioning
Mentioned
it?
it?
Yes,
Yeah.
I did mention it. Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
How many times have we done it?
5.
Have we really?
And lost the following week.
We didn't do it in '95, though.
I don't think we won any game.
Yeah.
90.
We did?
Yeah. After we lost our 2 games, we played Hawthorn at Princess
Oh,
Park, and we won by, I reckon it was 100 and something points.
Was it?
Yeah.
We can easily have a look.
Yeah. No, it was. Trust
They
me.
weren't too worried about margins, mate. They were worried about winning.
Winning.
It's all that.
All right. So we went through all the sponsors.
Dubs.
Proud sponsor. Blah 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 blah. All right. So we did all that.
Memberships, you know, the
Yeah.
Mars, the Rocco, the Parlo.
We'll
We
do
know
all
it
that.
all. We've had
We've
the
already-
winners announced.
we've already
Congratulations
drawn our
to the
winners.
Yeah, the winners that we.
Matula,
Matula,
Nioki,
we're going to
thank you.
get a
on the
hold
couch.
of you. We're
Yeah.
going to get you onto the couch 100%. The other 2 who were,
Peter V. Blue Bagger.
Yes.
And
Peter
Jimmy
Vlahos.
Rapidus.
yeah,
How good's
you're
that?
going to be kicking with this bloke here.
We got it's
2 Greeks.
It's a Greek.
Greek off.
It's a Greek off.
Every prize winner was Greek.
Greek.
Every prize winner.
Swear to God. Mata Theo there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
How good is the
We'll find out.
the spread?
I'm not I need to get shit off my chest.
All right, yeah, well,
Before you
okay,
start
well. All right, listen.
Yeah.
First of all, the new shows we've got on now are really
Forever
good.
Rivals, Blue Sunday.
Yeah, but let's
Bang.
not go through them that quick. First of all, there was Legends of the Jumper Punch, which we
Peter
mentioned
Brown.
Can't forget it.
are Brent Thornton this week, and he was a good player. He was a good player. As I
Serviceable,
said,
good
Well,
player.
he played finals.
I called him. You'll see in the.
He
You'll
had 4
see.
goals in that final against Essendon.
He did.
I'll never
He did,
forget
and
it.
there's highlights of it. And I did say to him, we interviewed the Legends, and he goes, "Take it easy." And I go, "All right, so you're a good ordinary player."
Oh, he's
And he
saying
was-
it like it is.
He played
He was an honest footballer.
188 games, man.
Humility,
More
mate.
than you.
Yeah.
But he didn't. He hasn't got something you got.
Okay.
Quality over
Long
quality.
hair.
And if you see him, it's 100%. He's got no hair left.
So weird.
All right. So the other show is Blue Sunday. So before we go into Blue Sunday, right, which is on every Sunday at 8 p.m.
Correct.
With our great man.
Vince Lochisano.
Well, I was
Joe
going to
Lutzer.
say Joe Lutzer, Premiership, 1979 Premiership player Peter Brown comes on, and I'm telling you, he's not going to be happy this week.
No.
And
Fired
the
up.
other one is Vince Lochisano. So we just want to say to Vince, get well soon, because Vince has
Yes.
gone into hospital and he's had a major operation.
Major operation.
Major.
Yep.
And
Yep.
if people are a bit surprised by that, it just shows what kind of man he is. He has not let anyone know. He still goes out and does the interviews, and no one knew. And some of the people I've told were shocked that this week that he went in for this major. So get better, Vince. We're all thinking about you, because you are the jumper punch, and we hope all the best. And we know,
He's an integral part.
Backbone.
He's the
he is, and I'm telling you, we know that he'll get through this, because he's a strong man, mate. He's a strong man. I've got something to say about all that too. Anyway, but let's have a quick look at.
Blue Sundays.
So this happened last week. So because we the new show hasn't come out, because
Correct.
we're doing this on the Saturday, comes out on the Tuesday. But anyway, this what happened last week, and last week they didn't just have who.
Peter Brown.
They didn't just have Peter Brown, I forgot for a
They
sec. They also had Vinny Catoggio.
Catoggio.
So everyone have a look at this.
them. So I think we'll win enough games to make the 8. I'm actually, bullish that if we can win enough, we could maybe sneak with that half a game. We've got that half a game bonus. That might be the game that puts us either in or out of the 4.
Well, it's the same. It's the same with Harry Mackay. Look, Harry Mackay's only got the left hand side of his body. He hasn't got a right hand side of his body either. And dare I say it, but I will. Our skipper's only got one side of his body as well.
Cripps. Yeah, I reckon the 800,000 that they're talking about. Geez, I tell you something. I don't know if I'm willing to pay a bloke that's only played a few games 800,000. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't think he's worth it. Yeah.
What do you think of our work rate with our forwards, particularly more so when we haven't got the ball? Do you think our forwards we're not getting enough stoppages, particularly in the forward 50, and we're not locking it in as much as we should do, and allowing sides to run through?
Yeah, that's where they can improve, because against the better sides, they'll hurt us. Once the ball goes in our forward line, it comes out a bit too easy. So, yeah, they can lock down a little bit better. It takes the pressure off the ball going back the other way. So, yeah, that's a good point, Brownie.
There you go, mate. Two of the legends. Vinny Catoggio. Vinny Catoggio comes into the restaurant, doesn't he, to come and eat? To North.
Yes, he does.
He does.
You're stuffing yourself.
He does. I saw him down there. Hey, when you saw him, did you shake his hand?
Shook his hand, took a photo.
All right, so when you shake his hand, how strong? I'm telling you, he's got
Very
this
funny,
handshake.
you're
He's ridiculously strong, mate.
I love that. I love a strong.
Got a pain
The
his
thing
hand.
is, but it doesn't reflect on the way that he is
Yes.
as a person.
Very
because
mellow.
Yes. He's just got a beautiful nature about him.
100%. You know what's
Softly
with...
spoken.
Yep.
With a massive handshake.
Yeah.
He's got a vice grip as a hand. Yeah.
You know what else he is? Because he never played in the Premiership. He should have. He got injured, you know what I mean? I'm telling you, he was the best of all the small forwards. I don't care what you say. But as far as skill, the bloke was amazing. But he's so like, he didn't win a Premiership, but he's so grateful for his time at the club. He's so grateful for the people that come.
No regrets?
He said it. He's got no regrets.
that.
And he's so grateful for people that come up to him even to this day and they go, oh, you know, and he's always making time. So anyway, we got some great some past players, some great past players. Anyway, there's another show.
Forever rivals.
Oh, it's going. And
You're going to get towed this week.
already been getting messages.
You're going to get towed.
It's hard.
Wait.
Yeah, so yeah, we're the thing.
Make point, man. He's gonna give it
And there
to
might
you.
be a special announcement. So let's just watch this and then
He's going to give it to you.
What's your thoughts on what time the grand final should be?
Look at Shelby in the back.
Yeah.
They should do it.
Give it to them, babe.
They should do it. They should do it at 9 o'clock in the morning, mate. They're turning it into a joke. It's turning into a joke. I mean, what's the? I mean, I think Twilight's fantastic.
Yeah.
That's too late. That's too late.
They're gone by
Listen.
Twilight Zone, but Twilight, that might work. That might work. No later than that. That's my opinion.
Yeah,
And I love it too.
like I say, you three boys might not remember what it's like, but being a part of three recent premierships,
shut
and the night grand final, and I can safely say that for me personally, the night grand final, I don't really want to see that one again. Robbie Williams is right in front of me. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that.
Yeah,
but I didn't
no,
go for
Robbie-
Robbie Williams. I went to see it.
Robbie's the man. You can't hate Robbie. No, Robbie's the man. Like, I agree.
And it's one around.
No more meatloaf, please. No more meatloaf.
So right.
I agree.
He keeps going.
Entertainment should be simple, man. All right.
Look at Yona.
What's that, Gilligan? What's that? That's that?
Listen.
Rocco. Hey, Rocco, Gilligan was just telling me maybe you want to add a little tail in the back of your head. And you go out clubbing.
Rocco, Nick is a star better than any of the youngsters. Yeah, just have a look at Walsh's stats this week.
Oh, I shouldn't have said that as last this week.
I'm not gonna lie,
Oh,
David.
yeah.
It's all over Walsh.
He's a downhill fucking skier, man. You can
Yeah,
jam the star up your ass, mate. And I'll take
That's a good analysis. You can jam it up your ass.
Any day of the week. Regrets, I told you, mate. Don't read a book. Anyway, let's...
Great analysis, Rocco. You can jam it up your ass.
You know, you're going to lick your wounds this week.
We look like
Hey, listen.
look like a
I would
rifle.
just say, listen.
You're just trying to back your own.
I was trying to back my own, but this week he disappointed me. He went at 50%. Far out.
What are you doing?
Oh, just if he's come, he's out of line back.
Hey,
Left jab.
that's what our leaders should be doing, just quietly, man. Every time you're out of line, they should cop a nice jab in the face, mate.
Did you do boxing when you played? When you trained? Yeah.
Greg
With
Grogan.
Cooter.
Okay, yeah.
You and Cooter
I
would have
got
loved
smacked
it.
around a bit because I did know to fight.
You get into a ring and fight.
I got him with Hickmon at one point.
Wow.
Oh, Hickmon's
He's
a
rough, yeah.
rough, yeah. And those out of box. So I was just moving on.
Don't hit me.
That's
Ringing.
that's
Well, they put me in there for a reason. 'Cause he's out of box.
but that's one of the. They reckon the boxing ring is one of the loneliest places
Oh, it
to
is.
be.
It's
Once you go into that ring,
You're on your own.
you're on your
You're on
own.
your own, mate.
No one can help you.
Yeah, you're on your own,
Well, it
man.
did
You're
kinda
two
help
fish
a
can.
little.
Huh?
It helped. In 95, kind of.
Yeah.
It didn't.
There.
All right.
All right. We've done all that. All right, listen. We're here for one reason.
What are we here for?
Well, one reason.
And one reason only. Oh, do you want to?
Yeah,
Before
yeah.
we do that, I reckon we do this one here.
Rocco's Rants.
That's the one. I said that this week. Last week I had nothing.
Oh,
This week I didn't know which one.
1 week can be a long time in football, young man.
All right,
Armoury
I'm going to quickly go into
Oh,
this.
yes.
Yeah, I'm going to quickly go into this, right? And I'm just going to say, and Andrew's here, so I'd like to know his perspective on this whole situation.
Yes.
But I just want to say, right, we'll talk about the game. What they produced was another Vergonya, but this all starts from the top. A couple of weeks ago, I gave you 9 points. I've still got them here. Look, I've still got the 9. I've still got the 9 points here, right?
You've kept them handy. Read them out.
No, I'm not going to read them all out. But the one thing was like, why did Sauce leave? Sayers. How did he get elected into that board? You know what I mean? After 10 years of a disgraceful effort, the worst time of our history, they elect a person, right, who was there at the forefront. Right, that's who they elected. The other one was, why did Chris Judd leave all of a sudden? Then they make Greg Williams board of director. I could see Andrew going, I don't want nothing then, they'll do this. But I don't care. Why did they make him the director of football when at the end of the day he had no qualification for that? Was that for just... The other one was, why didn't Alistair Clarkson come to the club? You know what I mean? Why did he... And then a year later he goes there. The other one was, why did Ross Lyon decide to pull out when he was in? He was in there. Why did what's the other one? Brad Scott, Don Scott, what's his name?
Brad Scott.
Huh?
Brad Scott.
Brad Scott. Why didn't he want to come to the club? Why didn't he want to come to the club? Then all of a sudden, Voss, in the Bradbury of all coaches' moves, fell over the line, and they got him. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Before you start though, why don't you ask these guys?
All right, I'm going to
Get
get...
hold of them. If you can get a hold
Wait
of
a sec.
them, you
All
have the
right, I'm going
answers.
to... That,
We don't have
mate,
the answers.
that-
We don't have the answers.
that is a perfect segue.
Actually, I love that.
We
That
don't
is the
have the
perfect
answers.
segue.
Just come up with-
And I'll tell you something, Ange didn't know this, but I was about to say this, and that's a perfect segue. I didn't want to say this because I'm trying to protect the club, right? Because I love the club. But
Don't
you know, I'm
protect
going to
them.
tell you
Don't
something.
protect
We had 2 interviews organised. One with the director of football, right? And
Greg
one...
Williams.
Greg Williams.
People that don't
And
know.
one with the back coach.
Backline coach.
Aaron Hamill. They were ready to go, and in the 11th hour, the club stopped it. Why? Why did they stop? What are they scared of us asking? A dumb wog from Reservoir. What are they scared? They blocked us. They stopped us from doing it. And sorry to say, I'm telling you, I've been keeping this under my. I didn't want to like bag that up.
Yeah.
Right, but this is enough, man. All we wanted was just a simple conversation with these people, right? But what have you got to hide? The other thing, where's Sayers? I haven't heard from him. I haven't heard from Brian Cook. They've all just disappeared under the thing. You know, the other thing was, I forget now the other thing, man. Now I'm bloody all confused, man.
But you can they can give 5 minutes of their time. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Just
Well, he wanted to talk about it. He asked him. You go and say.
Well, I actually, and when we spoke to him, we organised these interviews directly with these people, right? And they agreed to it. And we told them we will not talk about all we want to talk about is your past.
Yeah.
And they
Not
blocked
the present.
they blocked the interview.
Well, not them. The club did.
The club did. The club did. You got something to answer for that. You got something to answer for that,
They
man.
will. I think in time they will.
Will they?
Yeah,
Will
they
they?
have to. They'd have to. I mean, I think they're obliged to.
Um,
I mean, you guys aren't just supporters. You're members too.
Well, no,
So-
and that's true. We're not only members, and now we've got a little bit of a voice. I think we speak for a lot of the supporters out there. We want answers. We want answers because what's been happening is it's crazy. The other thing is, last night I spoke to Terry, and then he came up with this quote, which made a lot of sense.
Yeah.
What makes good culture is what you reward. Who improved? I don't know what that means. Oh yeah, what makes good culture is what you reward. So, for example, we are rewarding mediocre performances. We are rewarding people, right, that have absolutely failed in their position, and then we've given them like bigger positions in the club, which this now has now it's gone through the club now. It's festered its way through the club now.
Are we talking players or admin?
Everything.
Admin.
Even
players.
Even players.
All of it.
Okay, the whole.
We're getting like players who have not deserved a spot in the thing, and then we're getting players that are in the reserves that are, even though we dislike them, they've week in and week out they've performed, and yet they don't get rewarded. What does that do, Ange? If you're in the reserves and you keep performing, and then you see someone who's not doing what you're doing getting rewarded, and you're not, what does that do for the culture of the club, for the feel of your team?
It's even the team harmony.
Yeah, it's disheartening. But it took me a while took me a good year and a bit to get into senior footy.
Yeah, but it was a different to those days because you'd play a lot more reserves before you get in. But if you kept getting like 40 possessions a week, right, for example, and there was someone...
But playing good football.
You're
not bashing it down.
Yeah. And then eventually, once you do bash it, things change.
100%.
It takes time. It does take time. I know you're saying it's taken 20 odd years.
10 years, man. 10 years of disaster, mate. And this is 10 years, and that's before we had those finals in 13 and 11, which were kind of like in the middle there. But before that, seriously, I don't want to say it was you, but since you left, right, 202 by coincidence, we have been a basket case. And the leaders that have been leading this club have done nothing about to improve this club and improve what we're all about. I keep saying about the monogram. I don't think they respect the jumper anymore. Prove me wrong, mate. Prove me wrong. I want someone at the club to come out there, and I know that one of the big members of the club there, one of the big things, sent a message to someone, I'm not even going to say, right, but sent a message, a ridiculous message. How about you get on here, get on the couch, get on the camera, go and speak to Terry. I don't care you don't want to speak to me because I'm uneducated, but speak to somebody and reassure that we're on the right track. Because at the moment, no one feels like we're on the right track now. We're on the wrong track. You might think we're on the right train, but we're definitely on the wrong track to nowhere, mate.
Well said.
All right.
But yeah, you need answers now.
Well, don't you think as far as part of members, we need to be reassured, we need to be spoken to, we need to be understand where we're going. Look, what game plan have we got?
Oh my God.
We've got no game plan. Look, no one knows what they're doing out there. Like, we don't know. If we don't know and we analyse the game...
Bro, they had high vis on last night and they still couldn't see each other.
Exactly. They had the orange.
They had fucking high vis on and they still couldn't see each other last night.
And another thing, like, we're going to talk about the game, but with the skills...
Yeah. What skills?
How can the skills be that bad?
What skills?
Well, it can't be Voss's problem and the assistant coaching problem. Like, you know, obviously they teach him how to kick.
No, but you already know how to kick coming into the AFL.
You should know how to kick.
You just sharpen your skills when you're at that level.
Be an issue.
You're just sharpening everything, aren't you? I don't know. I mean,
but if they were on, if they hit the target, then things would be different.
Correct.
Yeah.
It's just the finesse. It's just the fine tuning. All you need is fine tuning, and it can change because we played poorly. Yeah, we should have been smashed by 10 or more.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. There was no cohesion. The communication. They give a handball away and they just waltz off. There should be like a lot of talk. Move, get out of my way. Come over here. Get over there.
There was a lot of times even like they'd get the ball from like behind, right, and then the play that was supposed to be, he was walking, he was walking away, like it was like...
There's no added pressure.
No.
So after they've used the ball, it's like, I've done my job.
Even if you've got no chance, right, I think you should...
Move out.
Correct.
Yeah. Like in soccer, you pass and move out.
That's right. Create.
Pass and move.
Create some more space.
The pinpoint moment for me in that game, when I knew we'd lost it, and... I saw them, and it was funny, there were a few people that said the same thing as well. The first minute after half-time, when we were about to get the clearance, and Cripps got tackled, and he kind of threw the ball.
He threw it,
because we're on.
He threw the ball, and we would have been out, and Neil got, I think it might have been Neil who got the free kick.
Yeah.
Took us about 20 seconds to set up. Brisbane kicked the goal from the clearance from the free kick, and I looked at them.
Heads down.
They were done.
Yeah, they were done.
They were done.
They were cooked, yeah.
That's funny because I saw something different. I was optimistic even at the end. Like, we're getting thumped. We're still in the game at half time.
It's a half time we were.
Watch the entire game.
No, it's a half time. The first half was. You look at it and say, okay, 10 points down, probably not playing our best, but we've got a half to reset.
The third quarter,
and it's only 10 points because they should have put us away.
Yeah.
I mean, we can. Do you want to go into the wild world of Carlton?
We already have, so we'll just leave it. But have you got a journal?
Yeah.
All right. Whenever you're ready, we keep talking. Then whenever you're ready, chuck in the journal, whatever you want to do.
We'll chuck it in now.
Well, let's go.
We'll go.
Let's go.
All right, then we can talk about it.
Speaking about the game.
Yeah. So we'll pull up this first.
Yeah. Heated.
So wild world of Carlton, and then.
Yeah, and then. Wow. It's a bad one.
We got more intros than Carlton had goals in that third quarter.
Here we go.
Carlton versus Brisbane, quarter one. The lightsabers are out again. Beautiful. Respects. This lady announcing the names has got to get off the mic. Sin Cotter, just get off. Did nobody school her before getting on the mic announcing the names? It's Chincotta, love. Anyway, Frankenstein, a nice tap down to Charlie out the back. Gunston fresh air, is it? Frankenstein is Oscar McInerney. Yep.
Looks like Lurch.
Yeah. There he is, Lincoln McCarthy goals, the little rodent, 0-8. In game 150, Doherty. He's up forward.
Yeah.
You think,
kicks the sausage.
Here we go.
Here we go. Bit of
the big boys.
A stimulus serve package
the milestone.
here. What the hell is he doing there? 6-8. Brisbane a quick answer back. 6-14 through Gunston, champion player. Ed Curnow floats one in the air and Wiedering and the ricotta cheese can't work it out.
Oh wow. Did you see that, Ange? That moment where it was in the first quarter, Connor and Wiedering.
No.
They were both. The
Running
ball landed in
the
between
ball,
them, and they could have figured it out. And Wiedering just no communication. Chincotta stopped. Wiedering stopped. Brisbane player got in. Danaher goal from 60.
Yeah. He said it. Danaher flushes it from 55, 6-20.
There you go.
An absolute floater from Jack to Curnow and reads it better than I read Harry Potter in year 7. He goals 13-20. Quick answers here. So, you know, it's not what we're used to, but, you know, good. Dunkley gifts one to Ed Curnow and goals 19-20. Drop mark.
Yep.
Mate, absolute chest.
Yep.
Smart kick from the Brownlow medalist to Durden goes back and the little man doesn't miss that. 25-20 and the Blues at the front.
That's when I thought we were on.
Yeah.
We've hit the front.
Big tackle, Chera, and that's the Ed Curnow I know. Just hacked it out of and it went out of bounds on the full. Here he is, Zach Bailey, doesn't miss against Carlton, 25-26, just penciling this one in for...
just another...
Here we go. He hasn't done anything all year.
Stroke in the record book.
This kicking out is what you'll find at Werribee, absolute shit. Wiedering, sickening kick. It was a 25-metre pass that skimmed the blades of the grass. Vomit.
But
is that the right foot?
It's the right kick.
If it hit, it is a right kick.
It's the right kick.
That's my
Execution is poor.
Was it
Yeah,
the one on the left or right?
No, right. The plan's fine.
It's happened all year though.
But it's the execution.
You know why he stuffed that kick up?
One step.
How many steps?
Yeah,
He took one step.
Yeah, I know. How can you not execute that? Oh my God. Ed Curnow out of midair and Mackay marks it. And he goals 31-33. He's staying in here.
Almost missed that too.
The bullets have been pumped here. Half pulled out of that Acres. It was just before the end of the...
I saw that. He pulled out of that.
He bitched that. Yeah. But end of the quarter... you know what? I don't care end of the quarter, but...
Actually, it was solid. I think it was solid, Acres. I thought.
No, he was solid. But
except for his couple of...
He butchered the ball.
One-handed effort. Oh, I'm questioning that. In your day, come on, Ange. You're not one-handing and, you know, you're not umming and ahhing, are you?
Shakura or
yeah, I know. Yeah, look at him. Look at him. You look
Panuzzo di Gaza.
Quarter 2. That's a piss weak punch by Wiedering, seriously. It was out on the wing.
Oh,
He could have marked it.
My.
There was no pressure. No one.
Oh, when he punched
He was
it.
the third man in. No, he was
Yeah.
coming from behind. The ball's
Yeah.
gone over, and he elected to
Dylan
punch it out.
Dylan
I
said to me,
flipped
he goes,
it.
why didn't he mark that?
It wasn't that either.
We've
That's
got
right.
to be the worst team coming out of the back line. Legit the worst. These players
don't know what
can't
to
problem
do.
solve. They just can't.
I'm going to ask you about that.
Cameron goals, 31 to 39. What a horrible quarter. This has been both ways, mind you. I seriously don't know what to say. It's difficult to watch. They're all in a coma. This is absolutely insipid. For a team to pass it 3 times to the tit in the back line is disgusting. In your own back line.
Well,
they hit tit 3 times. 3 times.
Which quarter?
1, 2,
Was it
3.
the-
Second.
Okay. Did they turn into goals?
Yeah, Gunston kicked the goal.
Yeah.
Kills you.
31 to 49. So what they did was they went there, and then they went there, and then he's like, oh, I'm going to kick it back inside the Gunston.
And then hit him on the...
31 to 49.
Inside your defensive 50. It's under 12 stuff.
Bro, it was within a radius of about 15 metres. It happened. 3 kicks.
Under 12s.
Good tackle would have got the cheese. Misses to the right. I thought, could have been a big goal there. Motlop crumbs his own drop mark and goals, and then Kerno got it. 39 to 49. I don't know how we're still in this, but we are.
That's
10 points
half-time.
down.
Yeah.
Half time.
Quarter 3. Can they awaken me from my coma that I'm in? Here he is again. Zach Bailey from 50, I think it was from like 45. Goal, 39 to 55. I could seriously start the drugs tonight. Never done it. I might try a glass barbecue. Game over.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it. Done.
But it wasn't.
Yeah, it was though.
Oh.
Because you know why? This was like the St Kilda game. When it was 18 points in the St Kilda game, it felt like 40 points.
Yeah.
It wasn't game over.
I know what you're saying. Within the score, it was a game over.
terms, but it was game over.
The feel was it felt like game over. It didn't feel like they could come
There's
across.
no
Even the-
trust in the team
Nah.
Yeah.
from our point of view to get them over the
They
line.
weren't thirsty.
Nah,
They weren't hungry.
they weren't hungry to get
Yes.
the next one.
And they were
And
just
fight.
in cruise control.
Yeah.
So I know what you're saying. It's not game over
It's
because
not.
of score.
4 goals is like a goal, 2 goals
Yeah.
now. You can kick 4
All
goals.
right, give me an
in
example. And I
2
hate
minutes.
talking about this side. Would that have been game over for Collingwood?
No.
Yes.
Would have been
the thing.
game on. for Collingwood.
Game on. Yes.
There was a massive difference. Like they played till the end of the
Yeah.
The end of the game.
right to the end.
Correct.
They can kick 2 in 30 seconds.
And that's
Yeah.
what I mean. 4 goals is nothing in this day
Yeah.
and age.
It's not. It really isn't. That's why I thought we were almost in the game. But just again with execution.
All right, give me something. I was going to ask you that. You know, in the back line, so you played in the back line, right? So what happens is you've got some sort of structure. You've got some sort of like
A vision of where you're playing.
like how you're going to play your back line, what you're going to do. Now all of a sudden the defence, right?
Under siege or
Well, not under siege, but what they do is they man up properly.
The opposition.
They're pressing
Yeah.
up. They're pressing up on you.
Did you have an idea? All right, once that happens, we're gonna do something here, do something there. Because the Carlton don't look like soon as their plan is taken control of, that's it. They don't know what to do anymore. They're lost.
can't break
They
down
don't
the
think for
opposition out of them.
themselves
Yeah.
anymore.
there should be one that should take it like as in
Take it on.
leadership.
Yeah.
Back in the day, and I don't want to go back in the day.
No, but this is why we got you here.
There's a Peter Dean,
Yeah,
and if he wasn't around, there's a Mackay.
Yeah.
Mackay. If he wasn't around, there's a Sexton, or there's a Soft. So
well, you
there's
just
big-
named 3 just like that, you know.
Yeah, but then there's talk.
Correct.
Yeah?
Communication
Talk-
is key, yeah.
It's like having an extra person on the ground. It really is.
Yep.
It really does help the structure. Like if you're mute, well then you're stuffed.
Yeah,
You're gone. Strategy's gone.
yeah. And that's what it feels like with them.
Trying to get out of the back half.
They've got
There's
no one there, no there, and no one to like take control, maybe change it around,
And we
or
thought
this is
we'd
what
have
we're going to be
Wiedering
doing.
on. You know.
I was going insane in the third quarter
Yeah,
where we had the ball in
In
our
a-
back half
For like 3-4
for
minutes.
about 5
Oh.
7 minutes, and we tried the same kick over
Okay.
and over.
Was that
and
Sard keep
over
going
and
back to that?
over and over, and it was not working.
Now-
And then as that happens, what occurs? The pressure builds
Correct.
up. It builds up. It builds, and then Sard tries that kick inside.
Fails.
And
Stuffs
that's
it,
the one he hit
bang.
Dunstan, yeah.
Sometimes they work. Yeah, like with Collingwood it works. So they take the game on sometimes. Not all. We're too stagnant. We take
That's
them
right.
on
They're a
and go back,
proactive team, yeah.
which makes
And that's
the
what we did
opposition
yesterday.
set up. That's what they want.
Yeah.
That's what the opposition want. So sometimes, half the time, just get on your bike, take them up, get on your bike. Something will happen.
It takes one player to
create
get
something.
I've
Take
heard
it,
other players say that.
drag a player out.
Does
Kojo said that. Get the ball run. Something will happen.
And what did
Bit of chaos.
Yes.
what was his name? Richo. Richo said, he goes, how many of these crappy kicks over the shoulder went straight to the opposition?
Yeah.
Oh, mate.
Heaps.
When they had
Could have been
time.
like 15, 20
So they
times.
had quite a few times.
Akers
Oh,
cost
right.
us a goal with it in the back pocket.
There's a few of them.
He just-
hurried kicks. Yeah, so there's no communication, no talk, and the guy may have had.
Because he had time. He had time.
That's right.
Yes.
And then if you got time, you got a bit of time to think because you've only got the ball for a second or two.
Yeah.
As opposed to a quick snap over the shoulder, you can kick it high and long and out of the 50. As opposed to in the 50, hurry kick, bang, goal. So there's got to be communication. There has to be. I mean, they do. They all know that. They know that. But it's
So what happens? They do know it, but it all falls apart. Why?
Because they stopped talking to each other.
because they're so far behind as well.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's infectious too. Once you're behind, you just go flat. But we'll go back to Collingwood. They're never flat. Whether they're 28 points down with 30 minutes to
But
go.
that's belief, isn't it?
Well, yeah, absolutely. So but we probably don't have that as well.
I mean, you breed off your own momentum, don't you?
And off other players too.
Yeah.
So they're probably the bloke next to me is waiting for the other bloke next to him.
Yeah.
Waiting next to him. One
of you make
take
some-
it
take
on.
the onus.
And
And
get the young kid to take it. And, go,
and this
"Shit,
is and
this
that's
young
what I
kid."
say about those players in that third quarter where, all right, everyone, a lot of players aren't playing well, but it only takes one player to do something and go, okay.
And it doesn't have to be a gun.
No, it doesn't have to be. It can just be an average footballer.
Just come on,
Hollands,
his second, third game,
Yeah.
right? He looks, he's fine, he's okay, but he just a tad lost here and there.
Yeah.
He needs guidance.
He needs guidance.
Right. Right.
It's his second game.
Look
of course.
at the players who are guiding these young players, though. They're all
failed.
They are all losers.
Yeah.
All of them.
And when you say losers, you mean because they keep losing.
Because they don't win.
We
They
don't
They've
win
won
games.
Nothing. They have won nothing.
Yeah.
They don't know what it feels like to be in that conversation.
Yeah.
They've never been there.
Yeah, but words are easy, yeah.
I know.
Rubbish
Of course
chat.
they are. Of course, I know. Naturally.
Everything's tough. AFL is tough. It's the elite level. You got top teams everywhere.
Sure, they get coached every day.
Of course.
Yeah.
But it's.
But this is about bringing leaders into the club again.
Correct.
And again,
Look,
we've.
Yeah. No, I agree.
we need leaders from the
Agreed.
top to the bottom.
And
We don't even get we get people, for example, we get Chera into the
No,
side.
but this is what I said last year, and I keep alluding to it, and because I'm going insane why we didn't do it. So you drop out of the 8 last year, and you go, oh shit, what did we lack last year on field? Let's just go on field.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I go, all right, you go look at Hawthorn, they're rebuilding. So who can we take from their team that
Yep.
was a past premiership player? You got Shields.
Yep.
Who is now at North Melbourne.
Gunston.
You've got Gunston, who is now at Brisbane.
and he destroyed.
And I think they're the only two that left last
Gunston
year.
Why didn't we
was the
go?
one.
Go
Why
for
didn't
them.
we get one of them? Even one of them. It doesn't matter. Even if Shields plays 6 games this year, at least he's going to give you that different mindset on field, even in the VFL for those players. Even a Dow and go, you're all right, don't get even at the moment, don't get dejected. You haven't got your chance yet, but you're going to get it. Keep bashing that door down.
Yeah.
Because it'll keep him hungry. What player is telling Dow down there to
Nobody.
keep going?
There's no one
It's
there.
only himself.
There's no one there.
And I'm not just saying about Dow, but he could get dejected and disheartened and just
Yeah.
fuck
Or
it.
even looking at Mitchell as well from Hawthorn going to Collingwood.
Correct.
No, I thought,
Tom Mitchell.
Yeah, I thought,
Yeah.
is he going to do okay? He's flying. But he's got great cattle around him too.
He has.
Correct.
Yeah.
But he's also got champions around him too.
Yeah.
But he's
you
also
you
a
got
champion
Side
too.
Bottom, you
He's-
got
he's a
Pendlebury.
quiet champion.
Correct.
I think. Yeah.
He's made a huge difference.
I think,
But
yeah.
this is what I'm saying. Well, why don't we go for that? Even if you get a player for a year or two,
It helps you.
right, to get that premiership player next to you to give you that confidence, and we haven't got that. We've got no premiership player
I don't
there.
think anyone's. I don't know if anyone's played it even
In a final.
in our team.
That's it.
Curnow.
I think one.
Ed Curnow.
That's it.
Have you seen anybody?
Blake Acres.
Have you seen anybody angry?
No.
You know when they show
No.
In footage,
No.
Yeah,
not
come on,
demonstrative,
like-
but
Yeah, come on.
fucking
One or
come
two
on,
every now and
boys.
Oh,
again.
mate, back in the 90s,
Mate, you would have
it
been
was-
seething.
Oh, if you missed a punch, or if you missed a mark, or you missed a kick, you'd know about it.
Yeah.
Like the one where you come off your man, and I saw it about 3 or 4 times last night, where you come off your man and you don't make an impact on
At
the
the
contest.
contest,
Like,
yeah.
come on, man.
And they're still giving high fives.
Yeah,
every
yeah,
time.
that
Mate, there's no high five.
that shit's me.
That's 100%.
Pat on the back, well
Yeah.
done, mate. And
Even though you've
it's
stuffed
okay,
up.
it's okay.
No, it's not okay.
It's not okay.
No.
Because it's
It's
fine.
angry.
It's fine. It's
But
fine margins.
The game's changed, mate.
Correct.
Because it's such a mind game now.
Mate, I said
There's
this
a lot of
last
health issues.
night.
It's.
I said this last night on the fan cams, and now you just what is it?
Reinforced it. Reiterated it.
Mate, I didn't see once that, like, there was a mistake, a bad mistake at the back, like just a stupid mistake. And then I didn't see, like, a player go up and say, what are you doing, mate? Like, don't do that, man. Or whatever you say to each other. I don't know what to say.
But it's even like a, come on, mate. You're fucking better than that.
Yeah.
Instead of a high five,
just
come
go,
on, mate.
Let's
Let's
fucking
go.
better than that.
Yeah.
I know you can hit that
As
kick.
opposed to a high five, it's
Correct,
okay.
yeah.
No, it's
Correct.
not.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. No, like you said, it's not okay, mate. It's not okay. And I don't see enough of that. And I love Cribbs as, like, he's our captain, and yeah, sometimes he carries a team and that. But I don't see enough of him grabbing someone by the scruff of the neck. And you know when I say that, what I mean. And then say, hey, smarten up, mate.
But in this day and age, what happened a few weeks ago with Danaher when he did it? He got crucified.
Yeah.
Oh, when he
like, damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Yeah.
What do you do?
But he got criticised by the outside world.
Yeah.
But I reckon within they would have said good.
Right.
Yeah, I liked it. I actually liked it when he pushed him and said, mate, kick it over here.
Yeah.
And now look at them, and you know they're always playing at a high level.
And then they're not thinking on field what the outside world thinks of
Yeah,
them.
well, they do, mate.
Well, maybe they do.
Do
but
they?
it's
Of course you would.
I wouldn't give a shit
The strong ones in the mind.
because you're only there for so long. How long are you playing football for? I mean, if you're so good, you play for 20 odd years.
I said the average
15,
footballer is
it's
4 years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you're limited.
And even
your numbers are limited.
just quickly after the game as well, when you see people smiling, oh my God.
Stop.
Because
Stop.
I remember when
Stop.
Wayne Britton was coaching,
Yeah, mate.
he pulled it up on a Monday night and he said, what's wrong with this?
Really?
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
And
Shouldn't be smiling.
And there was a bit of vision where I was talking to Leckers and having a laugh and this, that, and the other. We lost against Hawthorn at one point. And he goes, I don't want to see that. You're at war.
Yeah.
You know, you're on notice, you're at war, you do not smile, you don't speak. Get off. You've just lost.
it's true.
Nothing
You don't need to talk.
Well, how
You
can
don't
you
need
be
to talk
happy?
to them later. Don't talk to them in front of 100,000 people.
I agree.
100%.
You've just lost the game and you're having a chat and you're having a smile. No good. It doesn't sit well with, and it doesn't sit with me though. Like I saw it, I thought, shit, he's right.
Yeah, but that
And we
energy
say the
also
same.
feeds into the crowd. Our supporters are like
I'm
that.
sure they'll
Yeah.
be ropeable.
No, yeah, but there's a there's a lot of supporters
I've
that
got
go.
a lot to
you
say
know.
about it all.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
Shall we go through there's a lot of highlights.
We got
I want
highlights.
to get through these and then I want to have.
We can. They're only quick ones because the
can see the McCarthy goal.
No, yeah. Well, let's have a look at them.
Let's go
We'll
through
just
them
go
bit
through
by
them
bit.
quickly. Look, it's just from the back. Just go through them, Mars. Don't have to
just
like.
a punch over.
Yeah.
Look at this, right?
Punches, no one.
Bang, no one on him.
No, easy goal. That's
Easy
the
goal.
response.
The pressure
No,
wasn't there, you know.
And all
Look at this. Look at this. Look at this.
What's this?
Get tight.
No,
Get tight.
Someone's got to jump over.
Get tight.
100%.
Look, go back to
Oh,
that.
yeah, I was
right?
gonna go. I
back.
was gonna go.
Look at Young. Look at Young and Chera defending this.
So Chera's
Go
his
back.
man.
Go
Chera's
back.
his man.
Everyone's worried about them, man.
Look at Young and Chera defending this.
Sorry.
Look at this. Flat feet.
Chera's his man.
I know,
Yeah,
but look
Chera.
at Young
I
in the
know,
front.
I know, yeah, I know.
Young's got to make the impact. He's getting body tight. He's got to
got-
fly.
So again, third man's important.
Correct.
You take
100%.
away. You just take that risk, and again, the good teams do
Not
it.
good enough.
The good teams do
Look
it.
at this. Stuffing around with it.
Stuffing around, and then he gets caught at the end, you know, because far out. Let's go to the.
I'm telling you, Charlie Cameron kicked 4 goals from a combined like 15 metres
No,
out.
from just there. I know.
Like gimmies, free throws.
Next.
Next.
Ah, terrible.
Look at that.
Right pass. Horrible
That's the
execution.
kind of skills they're doing, you know.
Right
Like,
pass. Horrible execution. What's this
Just
one?
Dunkley.
oh, look, there's no one on the screen when he received the ball.
You know,
missed.
Dunkley.
He did miss.
Yeah, I know, but Dunkley, mate. Anybody run with him? Or
Beast
go?
like honeypot. Well, There were too many.
Yeah, way too many.
Look at this. Look at this. Look at
Sucked
this.
into a contest.
How did they get offside?
Wait,
Look at this.
wait.
Wait up. No, wait up. It's a little chip kick
That's
there.
embarrassing.
That's
That's
never-
embarrassing.
That can't happen.
Yeah,
That's
That can't
embarrassing.
happen.
Hey, just go back quickly.
Yep.
Just real quick. As he takes the mark, the guys.
He should be in front in that.
So
So he takes a mark here.
He was just whoever that player is was just in no man's land.
What's he doing there?
Someone's got to be in the middle. Like,
Because where's he going to lead, Ange? The only place he can lead is there.
so just one. Just give me one because there's about
And there was a
18
kick
players there.
There was a kick before that, Ange, that went to him
Yeah.
in that 50 as
Okay.
well. That's what I was talking about before. That that can't happen.
Yep. Look at this, and that was the Acres one I was talking
around
about.
the body.
Yeah, well, there were
He's
a few
got
of those.
time.
There were
He's got
a few of
time.
those. There were
A few, there was a lot.
Look how much time he
Now,
had.
it probably wasn't his fault because he didn't get.
Called.
But the
Didn't get
call,
called.
time, or
I mean, look
whatever.
how long. I mean,
He had like.
and you
5
got
minutes.
Doherty here. You probably you can be
Just-
streaming
just little
time.
Chat, man. Little chat. Doesn't take much.
Is
the
this
next
Charlie
one?
Cameron? No. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
this.
Horrible.
Oh, Zach Bailey.
Horrible.
Well, that was the Zach Bailey. I think there's a.
Horrible.
Oh, and then we got 2 of Charlie here. Watch this. And this happened.
Was that the Lewis Young
Too easy.
handball, I
Yeah.
think?
How many of those do we get?
No.
Do
None.
we get easy?
Oh, this
And
is
look at
terrible.
it.
That's what I
He
always
gives
say.
up.
We
He
don't
gives
get
up.
easy
And
goals.
that
That's what I always
happened.
say.
Like, and I
No
did get
easy goals. We don't get goals like that.
No, and
Because
that happened
teams
more
don't
than
allow
twice.
that.
Yeah.
It
That's
just
right.
from behind.
But teams don't allow that to us.
Pressure.
Yeah,
and-
correct.
and their forwards are hunting.
Yeah.
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 On
Sorry, their backs are hunting our
Yeah.
forwards and keeping it in there.
And you could see the pressure Brisbane were putting on
I
us.
thought Harris Andrews was outstanding last night.
Dunkley.
He gloved, mate. I'm telling you, he gloved Harry Mackay like a condom. He could have saved the world's problems.
He could have, yeah.
He was unreal last night. People going, oh, you know, Harris Andrews now he's got a man up, and that, mate, he destroyed Harry
And
Mackay.
usually you have 1 or 2 solid forwards.
Yeah,
Every forward for Brisbane
they're
was
good
dangerous.
forwards.
Every
Oh, mate,
forward
scared.
was dangerous
Yeah.
last night.
We played
Every
scared
forward.
in our back
All
line,
6.
yeah.
If Charlie and Harry
Who
don't
was
fire
dangerous?
for us,
That's
We
right.
non-existent.
So we're
It's
like,
true.
They're like the Lakers, and Collingwood are like the Warriors.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The Warriors just never
scorers
say die.
everywhere. You got
We're going to
scorers
rely
everywhere.
on 2 or 3.
1, 2 or 3. And that's the
Like
other
LeBron
thing, man. How
and
can
AD.
you
If
have
they don't
two,
score, we're done.
They're gone. They're
Correct.
done.
but tell me, Ange, how can you have 2 of the best forwards at the moment, right? Close to, right? And then
Not
That-
feed off them.
Well, I don't know how we can't use them. Like if you were the coach and I go, listen, I'm going to give you 2 of the best forward. How can we not use them properly?
But it wasn't coming in yet last
No,
year.
no, but that's part of the problem.
On
Why?
the season, the way they were,
Set up.
setting up, killed them.
So it's part of the setup and everything.
So-
and it takes a while in our back line to get to the forward line.
Of course.
What's the role?
I'd just say play on. Not almost at all costs, but at least half.
And especially
Move the
these
ball.
days, this is the way the
ball.
way the game goes.
Even when you're moving it slowly, keep
Keep
moving
motion,
it.
Yeah,
Keep moving
there
it.
was no aggression.
Because then that means that,
There was no
means the
aggression
team has to move
whatsoever
with the ball.
with the ball movement.
No,
So
no.
we're too transparent. In my
And
eyes.
now that you said that, there was a bloke on Fan Cans last night. I thought he was really good, and he made a good point, which made me think. Teams want us to kick the
In
ball.
our back line, yeah,
They
100%.
want
us to kick the ball.
it, yeah,
Because they know we'll
because
fuck
we
it up.
can't kick.
Did you see how many goals?
Of
Brisbane
turnovers
kicked
in our
from
front half?
turnovers from-
In our
just
forward half?
turnovers.
Oh, it would be like
How
8?
5?
Five?
That'd be 8, 9.
From turnovers,
I thought it was
8, 9.
five.
triple it.
Oh wow! I thought it was at least 5. Anyway,
They scored 85 or 86 points
Off the
from our
turnover.
turnovers.
That's disgusting. That's bad.
That's horrific.
What's the average? I think it's like 4 or 5
I don't
goals.
know.
I think it's 4 or 5 goals or something like that. Yeah.
Now, and look, it's not just the coach, right? But at Pep Guardiola, right? And you can't compare AFL to World Go because they're elite, right?
Yeah, but there's still a coach.
The principles still remain.
Correct.
Pep Guardiola always said, the goal of a coach or a manager, my goal, is to get you to the final third.
Correct.
and motivate.
Motivate, but as from a tactical point of view, and as a coach, and my
I'm gonna
goal
get you
as
there.
a coach on the field is to get you to the final third. When you're in the final third, it's your job to score.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's your job. It's your job to score.
He can't finish.
My job as a coach tactically is to get you to the final third.
Correct. Yep.
To score. Right?
So
and it's your job to finish.
Equate that to us.
We
your
cannot get into the final third with any methodology, with any structure. And the real concern for me was in the press conference, he was worried about our back half and defending. Okay, granted. The way we move the ball from back half to middle to forward, and even from middle to forward, it's horrendous.
They can't break down the
It's
team.
predictable.
Yeah, easy.
It's
very
safe.
predictable.
Yeah, we're looking.
It's long up the line.
We're looking
It's
for the perfect pass. I don't want the perfect
Yes,
pass sometimes.
exactly.
Once you're on your left or your right and you're in the middle, just get on your boat, on your bike, and hit it to
100%.
the favoured side.
Yes.
There was one.
And that's-
you missed out on one of them where we were coming in and Mackay was on his own. But he kicked
Oh,
it.
yes, I remember
He
that.
should have gone to the right.
Right,
He
yeah.
went to the left and the other guy marked it.
Yeah.
Like, We had the momentum. I thought, beautiful. And they kick it to the left side.
Yeah.
Why?
And then when it does
So
get...
you're not giving it to his advantage, right?
Yeah, and then when it gets to half forward, so last night I did see, a fair few, because you're going to get your opportunities, to go forward, right? So I don't know who it was. I've got to probably go back and watch. I think it might have been Silvani. Don't, take it with a grain of salt. But you got Charlie, who's running into the leading lane out into the pocket, right?
Yep.
So going outside of 50, right? I saw Honey in the middle, right in front of goal. He's probably 35, 40 out, right? Instead of looking back inside and going, okay, Charlie's got 2 on him, because he had time. Player had time with ball in hand. He had no one on him. Yeah. I'm going to just go to Charlie. I'm not going to look back inside. The bloke's got 2 on him, a man in front of him. Honey was there. He could have taken a session from 35. So I'm
too predictable.
Correct. And that's where you go.
Two little dinky kicks, and then it opens it up.
That's right.
It opens up, then he can go long.
We don't do enough of that.
No.
Don't do enough of that.
Little taps when you're taking the.
But can they do that?
Look at, have you got the numbers?
No, I didn't do it.
You haven't got the numbers.
But
all right.
you can read through them.
So
and put them up.
This is the issue, and it's come up again, and this has been a problem throughout the whole year in these big games.
Efficiency.
These 3 big games: Adelaide, St Kilda, Brisbane. They've been the 3 high pressure games this season, where we've gone in with expectation. We've gone in a big crowd, big moments, and failed all of them. And the same problems continue to arise. More of the ball. More contested possessions. More uncontested possessions. We had the same amount of inside 50s as Brisbane last night.
What was it, like 50?
47 each of 2. Right? Efficiency going forward. We had 19 shots from 47 entries. They had 25 shots from 47 entries. You include a couple of rush behinds in there. The problem for mine is, right, we can analyse this one game with a microscope, right? And I think this game is the perfect game to analyse because it gives you a chasm into what goes wrong at the club, right? We don't get the basics right.
No.
On a more than the opposition, right? Footy's a simple game.
Kick, mark, handball.
Footy's a simple game.
Good goal.
The goal of a club and the goal of the coach should be to alleviate any doubt within the minds of players. So I know when I'm in this situation, I do this. I'm in that situation,
make it simple.
I do that. Right. And the moment that really epitomised the club and where we're at to me was the Cincotta Wiedering moment. I'm not blaming Cincotta for that. One bit, because he's only in his 3rd game of AFL.
Of course.
Right? And I know he's been in the system for a little while. I'm blaming the 2 senior players for that. Ed Curnow, poor execution, but we know that's the case.
Yeah.
We know that's the case with him.
Jacob
Wiedering. You got 2 options there. Scream to Alex Cincotta, your ball, you're safe. Come back, you're safe, you're safe, you're safe. Or mine.
Yep.
Or both if you go for it.
Or both if you
Yeah,
go
but
for it.
none of them went for it, yeah.
But there are 2 options there, right? And that's the issue. Now, everyone's saying that there are, and this is what shits me with our fan base at the moment, is that everyone is fractured to a point where they're all blaming one certain thing. So there's a certain facet of the fan base that'll blame the players.
Yep.
There's a certain facet of the fan base that'll just blame the coach.
Yep.
There's a certain facet of the fan base that'll just blame the board.
Yep.
There's a certain facet of the fan base that'll just blame the footy department. And then there's a certain facet of the fan base that'll blame other things as well, the work, whatever, right? The problem is that no one has addressed the club.
Yep.
What is the club? It's all of that.
It's all of it.
It's board. It's players. It's coaches. It's sponsors. It's football department, and it's fans as well.
Yeah.
Don't leave yourself out of it.
The fans are a big part of it.
Don't leave yourself out of it. Do not leave yourself out of it. Now, the problem is we have cultivated an environment that has become... It's the Carlton Business Club.
It is.
It's not the Carlton Football Club.
It is.
It's not the Carlton Football Club. And they polished us off during the week with the whole members.
And this is the whole thing. There was a whole thing about the members. Like we reached 90,000, 88,000, whatever it was.
Oh, I didn't see. I'm banned, so I don't know.
The members again, thanks for the revenue, thanks for the money. It's a big one. Money again, 100,000 members for 100K. That's what you're going to get.
Yeah. They've been pumping that for ages.
Big one. Big one, that one. Carlton respects.
Sickening.
a great cause, whatever, brilliant.
Is it?
Not one thing did I see up in lights this week. Not one thing on the Carlton Football Club website, aside from maybe the Voss press conference, which ended up getting put right below the videos, that was talking about football. That said, this is how Carlton's going to beat Brisbane this week. This is what we're going to put in place. This is our vision for this game this week. This is our vision for what's going to happen.
Do other clubs do that?
Of course they do.
Every
Top
week?
clubs do
Always.
that,
The top clubs all do it. They focus on the football. Collingwood focuses on the football.
Football first.
Geelong
everything
focuses
else
on the
takes care of each
football.
other. You know that.
Richmond focuses on the football.
We focus on other stuff.
We deflect.
And
We deflect
yes,
it.
we deflect.
You know,
and this is the
we're
problem.
hoodwinking.
We're
And the-
rail
and
driver.
the
It's
club-
like 40
the
blocks
club-
in a row. Just
the
block,
club
block,
don't
block.
purposefully. It's not as though they're going out and saying, "Oh yeah, God, we love this, we love this." Inadvertently,
Yeah.
it deflects from the problems at the club because the fan base is looking at all these things
Other
because they're
areas,
all fractured.
correct. Yeah.
They're all pointing at Voss. Then more parts of it pointing at the players. The list isn't good enough. Then they're saying, "Oh, the board's not good enough." It's all of it.
Yeah, of course.
Everything.
It's all of it. And until all of us as a fan base realise that it is all of it, and until all of us as a fan base say, we need to find the vision and we need to all come together to get us to number 17. No one talks about it.
I know.
No one asks for a vision about it. No one says, what's the pathway for it? We all just do the same fucking thing every fucking year. On the merry-go-round, we put the fucking dollar in and around we go again.
Yeah.
Sack the coach, another one comes
Yeah.
in. Sack the fucking CEO, another one comes in. Get rid of these players, another
Yeah.
one comes in. The players are toxic. The club's fucking toxic. The fan base is toxic. Everything's toxic about the club, and you see the fucking results out on the field.
100%.
Right? And it's the same thing every bloody year. Every year it's the same thing. We go sack the coach, another one comes in. The same bullshit.
Yeah.
It'll happen again.
The same thing
will.
because we deflect from the issue. It's the whole club.
Yep.
Correct.
We've had 3 CEOs. We've had 3 coaches. We've had players come in and out and nothing has changed.
Right.
We've changed the board members again. Nothing's changed. We've
No.
rewarded crap.
Yeah.
We have rewarded crap. No one gets
And
dropped.
that's the thing, the
They
rewarding.
don't do the simple things
And that's
right.
what I said. When he came in, first presser, he said that I will be rewarding, what did he say, spots, on form.
Selection integrity.
Where?
We're going to give them blocks.
Voss is the as a player and as a coach, it's two different things.
100%.
You gotta-
There is no way known, and you played against him.
It's like
There's no
fucking
way
water
known-
and Pepsi there.
There's
Two
no
different
way
things.
known.
100%.
There's no way known Michael
And that's
Voss
Voss at the moment. Voss.
There is no
Yeah.
way known Michael Voss as a player would have gone in after a finals loss or after a loss and gone up to Lee Matthews and said, "Oh, geez, our effort was there today." Mate, Lee Matthews would have grabbed him by the coattails and said, "No, that's not right."
There you go. What would Parkin say
Effort.
after a loss like that? Would he have said,
Effort's
listen,
under 10s.
I can't really fault the
Are
effort?
we really going back to
There's
that?
going to be changes. Make sure you're not part of that change.
There you go. There's got to be
Look after yourselves.
changes.
Yeah, it was stern, it was quick, it was direct.
And you just said before about Britton just saying, right, and Britton was well,
He
like,
was a toughie.
everyone loved Britton. All the players have never said a bad word about Britton.
he's real.
He
Great tech
said,
real. Great tech
what
real.
are you smiling after the game?
Don't talk to anyone. You've just lost
And
the war. Get
we're
off.
getting in a press conference saying we're happy with that performance or happy with that effort.
It's like we have to lose by like 1 point to be disappointed. If they lose by like 20, 30 points, they're like, oh, all right.
And when I have a go at the fan base, I'm also including myself
Yeah.
in it.
Everyone,
Because I get sucked into this. I get sucked into all this stuff. For mine, and this is not because he's here, and I'm not blowing smoke up his ass, the only premiership that counts now, at the moment, is 1995 because that was in the AFL area. The rest, mate, that shouldn't even come into
it was a different
conversation.
time.
The players, everybody at that club, at the moment, has no right to any of that.
We've won one premiership.
They've got no right to any of that.
Look, and we could have been into a few other premiership. We could have won a few other.
Yeah.
as well.
Could have.
And we were there.
But yeah, we're there, 100%.
But this is what we always,
Five more.
But this is
yeah, but that's what we talk
what
about.
I'm
It's like
saying.
we want to be in that conversation
Every year.
These players and
You're
these
gonna drop
people
out.
at the club at the moment don't even deserve to. None of us deserve to look at that at the moment.
No.
From an AFL perspective, the last 10 years, the last 12 years, we have been akin to the Gold Coast.
100%.
And until we realise that and realise that we are not good
We're not.
and we are not a premiership mould,
No.
and we're not going to go anywhere.
Well,
Again, and I got sucked into it again as well.
But
It's
even
all
last
like
week, like
years.
we got sucked,
The
not
5-year plan.
completely, but we all
What's
picked Carlton to
the
win,
5-year
didn't we?
plan?
Yeah, I thought it'd be
But
close.
what's
not
the
like that.
again the 5-year plan?
But what
and
is
it's
it?
going to be the same thing again.
It's only the second
They'll
year,
all go.
No, it's not.
Yeah, but it's not. We've had 3, 4,
3
5-year plans.
But this is his plan.
Who's playing?
Voss's plan.
No, it's not.
Well,
It is, man.
and this now I'll rebut you with this. I'm playing devil's advocate, not just to you, but it's a 5-year plan.
With
Why has he got a 3-year contract then?
Okay, we'll see how he goes with the second. The second's really important, yeah.
But not only
First year they just give it to you.
Yeah,
but
but
wait
don't
a
you get
second.
5 with 5?
Wait a sec. There's with the 5-year plan. It's not just Voss there for 3 years. The president's not going to be there anymore because he has to go. The CEO is not going to be there because he only got a 3-year contract. The coach has only got a 3-year contract. Yet at the start of this year, it wasn't even at the start of Voss's tender. It was the start of this year. They've come up with a new 5-year plan. So what happens in 2 years when they all leave? Does the next bunch continue on that 5-year plan, or have they got their new 5-year plan?
They have the new one.
So why are we bringing out a 5-year plan?
Board is the same thing, just with different faces and different people on it.
Mate,
It's the same thing.
The same mentality.
The puppets are up there. They're the puppets, and the
the
string
same
masters at
thing.
the top before them.
Well, if they only give 3 years to a coach, they should only give 3 years to a player. For mine.
So what they're saying is,
I wouldn't give 5 and 7 years.
They've
I would
signed
not
Harry
give
for
5.
6. They've signed him for 5. They've signed him for 6. They've signed him for 5. And they've said to the coach,
Coach, 3.
the bloke who's going to lead us all the way,
We're going to give you
we'll
3.
give you 3.
So what confidence is that in the coach?
There's none.
There's
Nothing correlates.
Yeah.
There's nothing that says, okay, 5-year plan.
He's
this
under
is
pressure from day dot.
it. You're always under pressure.
Yeah.
But you should always be fearing. Oh, not like
No, they
always,
should be
but like,
under that
You should
pressure.
always have a little bit of, oh shit, all right, fuck,
Of
I've got to
course.
perform
The
here.
player's got to be under pressure too.
Correct.
When the coach is walking.
Well, you know what? This is a bit like the Australian cricket team. Once you're in, it's hard to bloody get out.
Get
It's
out.
harder to get out than to get
It's
in.
a mates club.
It's a mate.
That's
It
what we
almost
are.
seems like a
We're
mates
a
club.
mates club
And
at the
what
moment.
move did they do this week? What, they dropped Fisher? Was that their whole big fucking big
But that should have
statement?
been done 3 or 4 weeks
Kennedy
ago.
should have been in anyway.
That's all.
He should have been in. He's not a player that
He's not a sub.
He's not a fringe player.
Who's that?
Kennedy.
Oh!
You know the problem is everything with this club, and you see it with the rhetoric, you see it with the causes we push, you see it with the way we play out on the field. One word: safe.
Everything's safe.
Everything's about safe.
Yep.
We want it to be a safe place. We want to be safe on the field.
We might as well be
We have to be
RACV.
safe with our words.
We might as well fucking be sponsored by
We've got to be
RACV.
very careful with what we
Seriously.
say in the media. We can't lambast the players as a
No,
coach. We
no.
can't lambast the fans for leaving.
We can't let them talk to anyone because they might. We can't let them do anything.
Voss concerned me post game, not with like tactically yes and all that, but you can change that. Tactics you can change.
Yeah, well,
Tactics you can change.
Well, he
right?
hasn't
and
yet.
it takes a while to change it.
My concern with him, there are 2 approaches you can take, and they asked him about the fans, right? And he said, of course, he's going to say, he's going to say that our passionate fan base, we like, I wouldn't want to be with any other fan base and all that. And,
Of course.
and to that extent, I do believe him to a certain extent.
Anyone can say that.
You can, all right.
And what else are you going to say?
What are you going to
Now-
say, man?
He's going to go to another club. He's going to say the same thing.
Now-
That's what
now-
happens.
It's a loaded
Now,
question, bro.
there's a couple of ways. There's a few ways I want to approach this, right?
I hate our fan club. Well, come on, man.
Now,
I love them.
what he said after that really perturbed me. They asked him about the fans walking out at 3
Yeah,
time.
every all the time.
He said, I wasn't fussed by it.
Mate, I would be pissed.
There's 2 ways you can approach that, right? He said, I wasn't fussed with it.
Mate, your
The answer should have been one of 2 things.
team's either not performing.
I would have said, as a coach, I would have said, I am worried because our football and the way we play the game should be evoking passion and keeping our fans here. So we have done something wrong as a club on the field that has elicited that response. No accountability. No
100%.
accountability in that regard, right?
And what? Before you go to the next one, I would have said to, as the journalist, I would have said back to him, so did you see any Collingwood supporters leaving on Anzac Day when they were 28 points down?
Exactly.
100%.
Now
Number
give
2.
me an answer.
Number 2.
100%.
Number 2.
100%.
As a coach, you've got the power to call out fans.
Correct.
You could have said,
I didn't get that.
there you go. You've got...
That was
Ross. I didn't get that.
You could have said, and this is the hard path to go down, I didn't like it.
Yeah, simple.
I didn't like it
Yeah.
because these boys at the moment,
they're in
a little bit of a pickle at the moment with their form, and when they leave, our players drop their head.
Yep.
We need you there to be as loud as you can at 3/4 time.
Yep. We need the fans.
To help us get us over the line. Yeah.
Everyone's
the other thing he could have said was, what I was thinking is, what we're producing out on the ground is making people
that's what I said. That's what I was saying at the start.
But that's also the easy way.
That's accountability.
But correct, accountability.
That's being accountable. That's saying, no, I was worried with it.
Yeah.
I was worried that fans were leaving early.
The other thing you got to
path that I didn't think you'd take.
It shows that something that we as a football club out on the field are doing something that is eliciting that response, and that is obviously.
But not only the response of leaving
with our fans,
which is. That was bad, right?
That's the first time it's happened.
Yeah, but just before when the side...
it happened at... What do you mean? St Kilda game, bro. They were walking.
Yeah, but not like they did here.
Nearly at 3/4 time, though.
But not like here. This is at 3/4 time. It was just bang.
They were out in droves.
Yeah, I know. Before 3/4 time.
But the other thing that was...
If we don't believe in what they're doing out on the field, what hope have they got?
No, zero.
Yeah.
The other thing was, it wasn't just the leaving, which was bad. I'm telling you, Ange, man, there was that many people leaving, right? I go, look at these people, you know what I mean? And Dylan goes, look at all the people leaving. And I go, they must be going to the toilet. And he goes, 10,000 of them, like, right?
Waving.
But the thing
they
was,
got booed at 3/4 time.
I was about to say that it wasn't the leaving.
Imagine
there was this massive boo, and it wasn't for the umpires.
No, it was for them.
For them leaving, yeah.
No, it's for the players.
For the
how
team,
they're performing. How would you have felt if your own supporters booed you at 3/4 time?
Now, I don't, you know me, I don't boo people.
But
I don't agree.
That.
But they were getting booed. So what's that doing to the supporters now for you to boo the players that you love?
No one addresses any of these issues.
And I don't even know if it was just at the players. It was just the whole, whole system. Like, well, boo, man, we don't love this anymore. This is shit what we want.
All they do, the way that they respond to all these things that pop up like this that we address, all they do is they just straight back.
Yeah.
Straight back. They never get forward on the front foot and whack it out the stadium for 6 and address it properly.
I told
Did you ever go past...
We're a reactive football club.
We are reactive.
We've been that for so long.
You know, before you hit that straps, that you had that good period of 92, 93, 94, 95, 96. 93. Right? Before that, we were struggling a bit because there was a change of coach. Parkins comes in. You try to build it. So you would have had a period where you're struggling as a team trying to get it. How does that feel? Like, what's happening there in the mindset of the players and the coach? You think, maybe you can't talk for the coaches.
No, for me.
Yeah, for you. That's all you could talk about.
It was survival for me because it was only my first year, really.
All right.
92 was my first year.
Yep.
So I wasn't really thinking about the coach. I was just thinking about my game footy.
Yep.
Yeah. So I was sponging off my coaches.
Yep. So what are you looking for then? Like, as far as like your leaders, people, because you had some massive leaders, you had the sticks.
Everyone was a leader. It was not only Kernahan, it was Williams, it was Dean, it was Sauce, it was Madden, it was Mill. It keeps going on and on. It was 18 leaders.
Yeah.
There were 18 leaders.
There's a difference between, and this was a really good point put forward by Gary Neville earlier in the week with regards to like Arsenal and stuff, is that and it's perfect for Carlton, is that they've got players out there who are professionals, because they're professional
of course,
you know?
At this
but they're not leaders.
Yeah. They need
There's
guidance.
a difference between being a professional and being a leader.
Yeah,
because you
100%.
take the initiative.
We don't have any of those.
You take it on.
Yeah, and I looked up to these guys because I was only a little puppet. I was just a little kid. I was 19, 20. Yeah, trying to get a game. And I'm just soaking every word.
Sponge.
Yeah, I was a big sponge.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that's one thing.
But look at the blokes you were looking up to. Winners.
All of them. Pretty much
They're winners.
Yeah.
And then you become one within 4 months.
And that's what I say. It breeds confidence that you're playing with those players. So you go, oh shit, that's the expectation. That's the level. That's where I need to be every week. And if you don't have that when you get into the club, what hope do you have? I mean, you've got to manufacture something that's not there, and then you got those players, and then they go, well, fuck, man, look at these players around me. They're all a bunch of losers. I want to win. So what happens to their players? They're going to leave.
But at that time, We had a winning culture.
That's what I mean, though. And that's what I say. You need to bring players from outside now to manufacture a winning culture, which we don't have.
Not only players.
They're all losers. Holland's he's going to become a loser under this. He's going to become a loser.
I'll give you a perfect example. Wiedering. Wiedering gets turned into what's he turned into?
He's been Carltonified.
What has happened to him?
He's lost it.
I'll give you another one. You say that it's your leaders and you're saying it's your coaches and that.
Yeah.
What about the president at the time?
Oh, tough as nails.
Would he have accepted this?
Oh, absolutely not. And he wouldn't have walked into the change rooms.
Because he doesn't walk in after a loss, didn't he?
Never a loss.
And that sends a message.
That sends a message, isn't it?
Boys, I remember one time when we were going down, 102, we got to address the club, just the players and the officials. Man, some story work.
Well, that sets a standard for everyone.
That's not at the club anymore.
No.
That's not it.
No, there's not that anymore, no.
They're nice. Everything's nice. Everything's safe.
Right.
It's a safe space, safe place.
It's over sanitised today.
It's vomit.
But I think it is over sanitised, but I still think other clubs aren't like us.
Not the way we protrude a message. It's like every week there's a cause. I'm like, mate, the cause is football. I'm here to watch football.
Yeah.
All right, as we always say, mate, you play good football, everything else takes care of itself.
100%.
What's the saying? Winning isn't everything, but it's the most important thing.
That's it.
Well, why are we there for? I'm not there for a political party. I'm not there for a political agenda. I'm there to watch football. I want to see good football players play good football. I want to cheer my fucking team every week. I don't want to be going there going fucking respects this and here's a rainbow and here's this week.
And they're all good. But they're all good causes. But if you're not winning...
This is the problem. People go, oh yeah, but this is good and this is good. No. The best thing is winning.
I understand, and this is what I'm saying.
I want to win. I don't want to be a fucking loser. I've been a loser for 28 years of my life.
Is it the joy of winning or the fear of losing?
I go to the ground thinking we're going to fucking lose every week.
Well, there's another problem with the side.
How can
do
I
they
go
want
to
to
the
win
ground?
or do they not want to lose?
Yeah, so I'd rather...
You know what I mean?
I'd rather look bad and win than look good and lose.
Correct.
Yeah, and that's what we're doing at the moment.
Mate, get dirty. Get hungry.
Mentally, they're broken. I can see it.
Just be competitive.
That core group of players are
last quarter, we could have snatched it.
Yeah, but Brisbane took the foot off.
Yeah,
they kind
of in the rush.
Still could have snatched it.
But what he's saying is right.
I know what you mean. Is that it should have? The game was.
We could have snatched it. We were never.
You can win it
because it's only 4 goals.
Yeah.
It got to 19 points.
It got to 19. It's 3 goals and a point. 3 goals. 3 goals, and we
and the difference between us
and we felt like
that Collingwood, it's game on. Us, it's
with those 3 goals, I felt like it was 6 to 7 goal difference.
Correct.
That's what I felt like.
And I'm sure the other clubs out there would love to play against us.
100%.
Absolutely.
They would, and I would.
You just put that little bit of pressure on.
They will.
Yeah, that's it. They just go back, not backwards, but
now
they take their time.
Yeah.
All right. So when you
the decision goes safe.
So when you were playing, right, and there was other clubs that were, say, a Carlton-like club, I'm sure you talked within each other and go, all right, guys, mate, we put pressure on these blokes, man, they're going to collapse. You would say that?
Of course.
Now they're saying that about us.
You know.
Because it's true.
Because when the pressure's on, mate.
What did we say at the end of last season? We had those high-pressure scenarios towards the back end of the season. And the club continually said, after we lost those games, what they keep saying, the more we're in these moments, the better we'll be for them. No!
We're actually worse.
The more you're in those moments and you lose them, the worse you will. Because at the moment, the pressure this season, building.
Building.
Building. You know why it's building? Because you don't have margin for error now.
No.
That's right.
At 8-2. Up until the last couple of games, there was no pressure on us.
Yep.
We played well. You got the freedom. There's no load on your shoulder. Now, what are we, 4-4?
It's okay.
Nah, 4-3-1.
Geelong were looking down the barrel 3 weeks ago.
But
that's a champion outfit.
Well, we can be a champion outfit.
No, but we're not. We don't have it.
We've got the nucleus, though.
Do we?
Yeah, I think we do.
You think we do?
I think we do.
I don't think we do. I don't think they've got the minerals in their brain.
If it clicks, we're on.
Yeah, but
how does it click?
How does it click?
That's the thing.
That's all we're missing, bro.
Zero. It's the start from training, mate. Basically.
Well, you play like you train.
Well, they can't even hit targets, so that's got to start somewhere. Under pressure, you're missing targets continuously.
Not even under pressure.
And some were under pressure. But is that perceived pressure?
Yes.
The pressure is greater this year because there is more expectation.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. And we saw that little sample size at the back end of last year. When the pressure came on, they couldn't handle it.
Yep.
Now the pressure's coming on earlier this season,
and
the results aren't going your way, but it just keeps growing and growing and growing and growing. And now
it's at the simmering.
Now, how high is the pressure to win the Bulldogs game next week? You have to win that now.
And they're up and about. They're playing.
And what happened to games last season that we had to win?
We lost them all. Every game we lost.
We lost them all.
Bar one, I think it was a Freo game.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm just looking at the board, yeah?
So
win.
Yeah.
So after win, you're thinking, oh, okay, that's easy. Well, should we win that? We'll
that's the problem. That's the problem.
When there's an L, you think, oh, shit, we've got this guy, that guy, those guys.
And that's what's happening now.
That's the problem, because they're already looking too far forward. You got next week to play. As a football player, I know you look at the fixtures and go, fuck, that's going to be a big game, whatever.
Just the competitive nature, even just with basketball.
Yeah.
Like the Lakers, they won the first game, I thought, they're going to clean sweep. Then the others win.
Then Golden State.
They're going to clean sweep. So within a week, you can change it. It can be changed.
You can.
But the way we're playing football at the moment, it's hard to see.
Well, again, like I said before, if we did hit those targets,
but they can't, and they've shown that they can't numerous times this year though. Like they get to that situation and they fail.
I know you're talking like because you've been there and you're trying to say, but the problem is like if the problem is even on our wins there that you see, they weren't great wins. They were just, they were doing a lot of mistakes and they come through and they won it.
Collingwood last year and the year before.
But
they were winning all these games within 7 points, 6 points.
Yeah, but they were doing it differently. They were winning it with some good football at the end and winning it. We just held on to those games. But I'll take the win. Don't get me wrong, I'll take the win. But now it's happened, St Kilda. Now it's happened again. Like the skills, they keep on missing it week in and week out. They're not hitting targets.
I think this has happened. The moment Voss has clearly changed
the way
tactics from
the start
last season to this season.
Games.
From round 10.
Because I think he's just too worried about us leaking.
I know.
To me, you've got to revert back to what you would do. I don't care if we blow out by 40 points, get ahead by 40 points, and hold on and win by 2. I don't care.
Yeah, but that's what you have to do.
If that's what's going to consistently get you W's, doesn't worry me. I'm happy to have a heart attack.
But now the pressure's on Voss too. But now,
mate, it is.
And now he's.
So what does he do? What does he do? Because the game plan's not working.
Does he go back?
Those tactics aren't working. Not against the best teams.
Does he go back?
Mate,
I don't know why hasn't he?
Because he's scared of his position. I always believe that when they start worrying about losing their job, they start acting different.
Not where it scared me, but where I started questioning is when if this was this game last year, we would have lost by 6 goals. That's
and because now we lose by 2 goals. Like, is it better?
Like,
you know where we've been this year,
but are we?
And this is the epitome of the game plan. We can't garner heaps of momentum, yet we can't leak heaps of momentum. We're in between.
Yeah,
mediocre.
We're in between.
Yeah,
whereas last season we were crazy good for a patch of 20-30 minutes, won the game in that patch, and then were horrible for half an hour, conceded 6 goals in a row, but held on and won.
Yeah.
What would you prefer? What we've got at the moment, or what we had then?
No, what we had. Tell me something, Ange. You're under pressure as a footballer. Does it change the way you play?
Of course it does. It would. Of course it does. Back in the day.
Like you're under pressure for your position, it definitely changes it.
Because when you're losing, especially when you're losing, it's about you.
Yeah.
And
that's what's happening.
Selfish, but it is about you.
But unfortunately, that's the human nature.
What's happening with these players is their tendencies are not good enough to win under pressure, and you can't. At that age that our nucleus is, you almost can't ingrain that out of you.
No,
because you've had 7 to 8 years of that building up. How do you get rid of that? You can't.
Habit. It takes a long time.
But you've got to be filthy with yourself too. If you
but I don't think they are.
With insipid performances, I'm not saying it was insipid last night.
It was.
But with certain players, if they feel that they're not performing, man, I'd be shattered. I'd be pissed with myself. I'd be shattered.
And we don't. We're not inside the club, but I don't know if they are.
You don't have to.
I don't think they're pissed off about it. Like today,
You've
are
got to
they?
be angry.
Are they angry today? Like,
Well,
fuck
Brian
this.
Cook came out in 3AW and said that if Carlton misses the 8, it's not the end of the world. He would never have dared to say that at
in
Geelong.
Imagine what Sarwood would think of that.
He's been cultified.
And again, what have we done with all these appointments, right? Brian Cook, name. Michael Voss,
Name.
Diesel, name. They're all names.
Yeah.
Andrew Russell, name.
Names aren't everything.
That's right.
Clarkson
right.
wasn't a big name.
No, mate,
When he first
not at
started,
all.
no.
Hardwick was staunch.
But he was a big
wasn't
name.
huge,
Oh,
Ross Lyon.
Ross
And I'm
Lyon.
sick to death of this.
The Bulldogs.
You know
coach,
what I'm also sick to death of?
Beveridge.
West Coast
McRae.
I'm also,
McRae for
let
Collingwood.
me tell you
Who
what
knew
I'm-
McRae?
Let me tell
I
you
didn't
what
even
I'm-
know he was an assistant.
there are-
All of a sudden, he's like one of the.
Before I wrap up with all of this, there are 2 or 3 things that really irk me, right? One is that apparently we can't go down the path of an inexperienced coach.
Well, that's what's worrying.
That is the biggest load of crap, because all the premiership coaches
Inexperienced.
of the last 25 years are all first-time coaches.
100%.
All of them are.
So why didn't we do it?
Every single one of them
Why
are.
didn't we
the
do it?
saying was, the fan base wouldn't accept another untried coach.
How do you know?
Why?
How do you know?
Okay, and there's a twofold problem with that. Why do we think that experienced coaches are just going to win us premierships when the mould of the last 20 years has not been that? Because our fan base is still stuck in the 70s and 80s,
That's
and you
right.
can't do it that way anymore. 2, how arrogant and ignorant are you to think, or how stupid are you, and how incompetent are you to not think that, okay, let's go through this process and say, if this is the right man for the job,
We're picking him.
regardless of what his CV is, right, and regardless of what the fan base
Who cares?
think is a good coach and think is going to get us to the next premiership, we need to get to a point where this is our vision, this is the pathway, this is the man to lead us to the job. If he is inexperienced and has never coached a first team at AFL level before, it does not matter, because this is our vision, this is our goal, and this is what we put forth to our members to say,
We know what's best.
this is the pathway to a premiership.
You haven't got the right people making those decisions. That's the problem.
Yeah.
You haven't got the right people.
No.
The people at the top aren't the
Well,
right people to make these decisions.
You,
Well, wait till the end of the year.
I know we will,
Wait
we
till the end
will,
of the year.
but it's not looking good.
The narrative will be different. It'll be different. The narrative will be different by round 14.
And you're 100% right. We'll wait till the end of the year. But you know what? All I can talk about is from round 7 to the start of the year.
And it's not good.
I don't care what's going to happen after that. And you know what? By the end of round 24, if we make finals and by the end of the grand final we win it, I'll sit here and say, well done. It's a good job.
Your
But
debts
up
have
to
been
this
paid
point,
for a year.
all I'm saying is what I've seen up to this point isn't up to standard.
It isn't, but there's 4 wins. And
All
only
right.
2 losses. So it isn't the end of the world.
3.
It's not the end of the world, but
3
what I'm
losses.
seeing...
Sorry,
Yeah,
I was
you
around
missed
8.
it.
Oh, there's one more. Yeah, there's one more. I haven't filled in.
3 hours.
So, I know you haven't really wanted to mention it on
No,
the
I'm
show,
going to
but
say it
you
now,
are
but I'm
gonna
not going to
say it.
mention names.
Don't mention names.
But I'm going to say it, and I want the club to answer this. And you know what? I want the supporters now to ask this question.
You asked the question.
Why, when they elected a coaching panel to pick a coach, why did they take their recommendation? Answer me that. Why didn't they take the recommendation of what the coaching panel asked them to do? Right? Answer that. I'm not going to say any more. They went against the coaching panel and they went for whatever they're doing
You can
now.
110% confirm that.
I can confirm that. I won't give you names. I won't give you nothing. I'm not
Through
going to say
multiple
nothing.
It's okay.
sources.
But I'm telling you,
Sorry.
if that's the case, that is a... I won't use that word. That is...
Say it's a disgrace.
It is a disgrace.
No,
it is a disgrace because why would they do that and then go against what the recommendation was?
We'll make finals. We're going to make the finals.
I hope we do.
I hope we do.
We'll make the finals.
I hope we do.
Regardless of what transpired last night.
I hope we do. But you want to know the truth? I don't think we'll make it now.
I think, let's have a wedge. A wager.
We can have
Wager?
it.
What are we wagering?
I hope, you know what? I hope I lose.
Okay, what do you want?
You don't shake like
Free
Vinny.
feed.
Free feed.
Free feed, and you can.
A nice gin.
I would have
Done.
asked for something better.
Go on.
No, a nice bottle.
want as
What
well?
do you want?
No, I don't want food. I don't want.
No, we'll get a nice
You reckon
drink.
the 8 or not?
No, I don't think we'll make the 8.
We're making the 8.
All right, what do you want me to put on the line? I'll put anything on the
Yeah,
line.
just a gin.
Yeah, a nice bottle of gin.
Fuck, I was going to go like to the next extreme.
No, but what does he want?
Well, I was what I want.
I would like a gin.
Well, what I want for here, maybe a jumper of this.
Oh, that's easy. I'm going to take
Okay,
it.
yeah, I'll get you a jumper.
95
You won't be
premiership
getting
jumper.
Not his
You won't be
grand
getting
final.
it. But you won't be
Not
getting
his
it.
grand final.
But you won't be
That's
getting
his. I want one.
You won't be
Put
getting
here.
it. You won't be getting one.
Okay.
Because
Change the narrative of what has transpired over the last couple of days. That's the goal of the club.
Yeah.
Of course.
That's the goal of the club.
That's what
I
he's
want you to
proposing.
do it. I want you to do it.
there's just more W's than L's.
There's not.
There's
Oh,
4
there is.
W's
There's
and
4
3 L's.
W's. Yeah, I know.
It's okay.
Yeah, but
That's fine.
the L's were bad, man, and even the W's
That's
weren't
okay.
that
That's
good.
fine. Yeah, well, we had 2 massive L's as well back in the day.
Yeah, but you had
That's
seven.
okay.
You had 7 W's before those 2 L's that really were
That's fine.
impressive.
Actually, last
I
year.
can see a few more W's coming along. Mate.
All right. You know what? I hope you're right.
Anyway.
I hope you're right. I hope you're right.
All right.
All right,
a wrap
that's
for
it.
the Wild
What
Waters,
else can we
Carlton.
say about them?
I'm done.
Well,
else
next
we got?
week we've got the Bulldogs,
Yeah.
and you
Oh,
can
yeah.
just see it happening from a mile away. We'll win.
Did we have votes?
Votes, yeah. Fuck.
Oh, Jesus, yeah, God.
That's what you said about Brizzy. Everyone penciled that in.
Yeah.
With what?
Last time.
Yeah, I know. We were scatter.
I can't remember. I can't remember my votes.
No, I'm just going to give them up. They
Here we go. I've got
There
it.
we
Here.
go.
5 Chera, 4 Hollands, 3 Kennedy, 2 Sard, 1 Doc, whatever.
These have no weight.
Should have put 5 Kennedy.
5 Pitane, 4 to Kennedy, 3 to Chera, 2 to Hollands, 1 to Kemp.
I gave 5 to Chera, 4 to Kennedy, and again, he played 1 quarter and he got 4 votes. So what does that say?
He was actually all right when he came
I
on.
know.
He was pretty
He
good.
changed the
I think he
game.
had like 13 touches.
Yeah, 13 touches.
And a goal.
2 tackles
Even
and a
he
goal.
Yeah. Yeah.
3 to Doc, 2 to Hewitt, 1 to Holland, and again that 3-2-1 was difficult to give. You know, like I think Chera definitely was probably one of the outstanding ones. I know you still thought that
Stat pad
because he
in the
wasn't
last
there.
quarter.
He wasn't there in
He
the
did a
third
lift
quarter.
in the third quarter.
Have you got votes? Would you? No.
I didn't watch the entire game. Well, I didn't like Kemp at the back line. Is that right?
17.
Yeah.
Kemp,
Yeah.
Kemp did some good things in the back line.
Anyway, we'll go to this segment.
I
Time to go.
can't really report much on this because the game happened this morning and I was in bed because of work, but we did lose by 4 points, 59 to 63. I'll go through some numbers. Looks like Owies will come straight back into the team. He kicked 3 and had 17 touches, so that's probably going to be the only change, I'd have thought. Fisher leading disposal getter on the ground for Carlton with 28. Dow had 25 and Binns had 21, so did Carroll. Yeah. I didn't watch it again. I'm not going to draw any conclusions,
judgment.
but from what I saw and what I'm looking at here, it looks like Owies is going to come straight in, and I think he has to.
For Honey.
Yep.
Yeah, Honey is.
Yeah,
I
no,
don't
he's
know
done.
what's going on.
He won't be at the club next
Yeah,
year.
that was
The
tough.
ghost.
Man.
Yeah.
Tough.
So-
Well, there's got to be a few.
And you'll see, let's say he sticks around, he does well, blah, 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 but these guys that we turf, they tend to do well at other clubs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can name 3 or 4 off the bat.
But why?
I don't know.
I'll give you an example. We keep saying about Stockton, not that he's been like outstanding, but he's played. He's been solid. So it's almost like I keep saying it. It's like Lyon. First
Define
of all,
roles.
he gave him a role and say, right, all you're going to do is that's what I want you to do, nothing else. And the other thing is he instills his confidence in him. It looks like Voss doesn't like. I said this last time. Who's improved at Carlton since
one.
Voss has been there?
No one. No one.
And again, you say, oh, like Curnow, yeah,
No.
all right, because he's a champion.
But he
he's
was
always
already-
gonna-
he already
he was
had it
already a
before he
champion.
got
I'm talking
injured.
about just an average player who's gone to the next level. People say like Lewis Young, all right, maybe.
Kennedy.
Kennedy's improved, but I thought Kennedy always had it. Like it was just,
You know the opportunity or?
I don't know. But I'm just saying there's not enough. But then you go to other clubs, and all of a sudden these players, they all stand up. They
Fisher
all
did
stand
improve
up.
last season.
He did improve
he's
last
gone
season,
back.
and now he's gone back.
Anyway.
Anyway,
So yeah,
all
not
right,
much on any of the
Nah.
reserves because I again just with work I wasn't able to watch. But I will watch the replay, and I'll do a little Twitter thread in the next couple of days.
All right.
Nick.
But from what I'm looking at, it looks like it'll just be always in.
You got anything on
I
the
reckon
sector?
there's a few.
Oh, we didn't even
quickly-
give our predictions for Western Bulldogs, too.
Ah,
Scuffed. You got to give them.
all right, let's give it.
Carlton by a point. What are you going by?
Bulldogs by 15.
Yep.
Wow.
Ange.
Carlton by 13 points.
Okay. Rokoramhamu.
I don't know anymore.
Fair enough.
A draw.
Okay.
You're trying to channel my vibes.
Well,
I like it.
I really, because I don't know. I don't know which Carlton's going to show up again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't know if they're going to win, they're going to lose. Like, I feel like if they play that performance, they're not winning anything. But then I can see maybe a response.
See, but that type of performance can beat teams below Brisbane, if that makes... Do you know what I mean?
But I think Western Bulldogs.
But do you reckon Western Bulldogs
They are playing good
They
football.
playing
They
good
might be a
football.
team that's on that echelon. We don't know. You know, they've got
Yeah.
premiership players in there.
I think they're a smoky, to be honest.
Yeah.
But anyway.
All right, let's go into this one.
Love it.
All right. All right, listen, we're going to quickly talk about this. So put up this picture.
Tasmania named the 19th AFL team.
All right. What do we think about this, guys? The new Tasmanian team.
Well, you know, initially I was a bit icky on it, but I've actually been sold.
You like it?
Yeah, I think because they've got, aside from like Gold Coast and maybe GWS, they've actually got a heritage behind
have.
them that can really underpin the club.
Yeah,
You know.
they have.
I think it's a great idea, but I think they'll probably struggle for about 5 to 10.
Of course, probably.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a
probably.
long time.
Yeah.
My problem is I don't like the 19 teams.
Throws the fixture out.
I
of
don't
and
like
stuff,
it.
doesn't it?
I don't like it. I don't like it. And I don't like it. I
Well,
don't think
get
it
rid of the
works.
team.
Right. I'll give you a perfect example. Right. What happens in gather round? Who misses out? Who misses out on those important rounds? Who misses out?
When do they come in? 2027.
28.
So, will there be another team?
Is he
I
gonna
don't know.
I've got a feeling.
I reckon they're going to do another team.
Nah, I reckon Gold Coast will fold.
Maybe.
I reckon that's what's going to happen. Personally.
Wow, that would be big.
I reckon they put too much money in for that to fold.
Yeah, but you know what? What are you going to do? Keep feeding it? Eventually, you've got to cut your losses. That's a liability for the AFL. That
Yeah,
club.
but the AFL won't do that. You're talking about the AFL.
Maybe they will.
Well, I'd like to see 2 teams.
Yeah, I reckon
Yeah.
they'll bring 2
It
teams.
has to
No,
be.
2 teams in
Oh,
the state.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, 2 teams in
Nah,
the state.
won't work.
Not in the interim, obviously, not in 5, 10 years' time, but
Won't work, Ange. Because I'll give you another thing, right? Who wants to live in Tasmania?
Well, that's what
Well,
I
maybe
said.
you
but
don't.
apparently,
No, there will be players that
Yeah,
will
they'll-
go
it'll-
there.
What, a full team that's going to... Mate, Gold Coast, which is sunny, right, and half a lifestyle. We're talking about because they can't get 20 Tasmanians to play.
Yeah, but what's
There's
their
going to be
sport
like
down- What's their
draft...
sport down there?
footy.
Footy.
And cricket.
that's
Right.
right. So
So it's 2 sports in the off season.
No, but what I'm saying, you're still going to need kids from around the nation to go there, right?
Yeah.
They're already leaving the other states.
well,
Yeah, but it's what they do before that, before they draft the players. So it's which players are they going to, you know, they could get rid of their draft picks and they could trade for players. Why not?
I understand. I'm telling you, oh, well, I don't know, but retaining them is going to be difficult, man.
Maybe.
It's going to be real difficult. The other teams, the expansion clubs can't keep their players. They can't keep them.
yeah, if you're only an hour away, and with the cost
You
of living
say
today,
that.
man, people are leaving.
All right, so you're over there as a kid, and then all of a sudden you know that after 2 years you can go to a Carlton, you can go anywhere.
I'll go
Why would they
anywhere.
want to come to us?
I would go anywhere.
I understand.
Why
I'd
would you
stay
want to
there.
play?
You say that.
I would.
But if you had a choice and you're going to be back near your
Sometimes you don't have
family and that.
choices. You don't
No,
have
no,
choices.
the ones that haven't got a choice haven't got a choice, but that's not a good team. It won't be the good players. The good players will leave.
Well, you don't know though.
All
like,
right.
it's always they, you know.
If they come in and start winning, people will want to stay.
That's right.
If they start winning, but I find that very
They
difficult.
could, but if they set it up
They turn
correctly.
it around. There might be big incentives for players.
May if
don't know.
all I'm
You don't
hearing
know.
is may ifs this and that.
Well, that's all it is at the moment.
history-
They
Well, I
haven't played a
personally
game
think
yet.
it's.
History will show.
I personally think it's too far down the track. It should be maybe next year or the year
Yeah,
after.
well, they've got to build the stadium.
But
And that's
why?
the
Why
other-
can't they play it like Bluestone or whatever they're called,
Build
Blundstone
Blundstone.
or whatever?
Well, they're building a $700 million stadium.
Yeah, build it, but why can't they play now?
$1 billion
Why
stadium.
can't they play now?
For-
I don't
for-
understand.
$1 billion stadium
Mate.
for 23,000 people.
Oh, that's how
Well,
it
it's
is.
over $1 billion. I think it's 1.2.
It's
if
get-
they
it's
wanted, if they wanted it,
700 mil, but you know the budget will blow out.
But who cares? I
If
just
they
don't
want the
care.
roof.
I don't
Roof,
care about the
1.2.
stadium. I don't get why they can't play within the next couple of years. Why not?
because they're playing on it now,
Yeah.
and it's a good starter for them. Like, you know, what's the capacity there? 20, 30?
Yeah, that's what I mean. So play now.
It's 5 years from now.
What's the
It's a
capacity-
long
What's the
time.
capacity there? Is it 20?
I think it's maybe 20.
About that.
That's okay.
Perfect,
It's fine for
perfect,
Tassie.
perfect.
I mean, Carlton's were at CFC
25,
was
30,
28,
yeah.
23, 27, somewhere there.
Why can't they? I don't understand why
They're
they
building
can't
the new
start
stadium.
now. I just
That's
don't
what
get
they
it.
got to do. They got to build the new
It's
stadium.
Dumb. It's dumb again. It's too far down the track.
Would you have wanted one of the current teams to join forces with Tassie?
It's going to be
Probably Gold
hard.
Coast,
Would you have wanted? Would you have liked? Like, I don't know, let's throw
Well-
some names. Bulldogs or...
Nah, they won't.
North Melbourne.
They wouldn't do it.
I know they won't.
No,
And that's the problem. They won't,
won't
do
go.
it. In Fitzroy will
Those-
never happen again.
Nah, the AFL is too
If they keep propping up
established now for that to happen.
Standalone team.
Yeah.
Okay.
But another one like, you know, losing a North Melbourne and don't get me wrong, losing a side and then joining with another side would maybe be a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What, before we get away from it, what should they call them?
Well, this is the other thing. It has to be Devils.
Yeah.
It's got to be Devils, but Warner Brothers could be jumping in and saying they want money for it, which is astonishing because they take the name from the state.
Yeah.
Tassie Devils.
The actual devil is an animal there. They use the name.
Yeah.
He's only in ever 10 episodes. Like, he's not long. You think the Tasmanian Devil, he's only in about 10 episodes. He's not like he's Bugs Bunny.
Everyone wants a clip of the ticket.
Right? And now...
Everyone wants a clip.
You know what that's like?
Ticket.
That's like if they go, they make a character and they call it Paul Sebastiani, and then you go, I want to call my son, and you go, no, you got to
Copyright
pay us. But you took my name. It's madness. This world has turned into a mad
Nick
world.
Giannopoulos did it
Just
with
a
the
money
word
pit.
wog, didn't
He
he?
did it with the word wog.
It's just a money pit. Everyone wants to make a
You know
dollar.
Nick, do you?
Everyone wants a clip.
You know
of the,
Nick?
Everyone wants a clip of the ticket.
Yeah. He trademarked the word wog. Very smart.
Correct. Very
Went-
smart.
Took the other comedians
Tassie
offside
Devils.
a little bit, but
So we've had a 666 rule come in, and now the new team's going to be called the Tassie Devils.
yes, that's true too. That's true too.
Make of that what you will.
That's true. All right. That's enough of that stuff then. They'll probably win one
You've
before
got to
us.
wriggle on, do you?
Got to get back to work.
All right, we're going to say thanks to Angelo
Evangelos.
Evangelos.
for joining us and giving us the insight. Just remember, everyone, to go down to...
Yeah, come down.
Nah, fucking
Down to North.
Come down to North.
North.
Look after you.
Can I just
You won't be
say,
disappointed.
the food.
you
is-
want, and again, I'm not saying it because he's here,
And
I'm not saying it because but the calamari with the rice and the Greek salad is the best.
Actually,
It's actually the
I know it's
best.
called Blue Boy.
Yeah, we've got a surf and turf now.
Oh, you got to surf for turf?
Surf and
Really?
turf, yeah.
I ate it.
Hey,
We've
I
got a
like.
tuna
I had it the other night.
Nice.
swar.
I had it the other night.
If you can spell me swar, I'll give it to you for nothing.
I don't spell it. I can't even say it. I can't even say that. I definitely had. We had it the other night.
You had someone
That was
there the
about-
other day. What's his name? The guy who's on the other podcast. The guy who's mates with Kados. That Carlton supporter. He was there with Kuda. Got a couple of photos with him. He's got a podcast too. Young fella, has the mustache. Carlton supporter.
Who is it?
I can't remember.
All right.
He was there at North.
But Kuda was there.
Was he?
Kuda's always there.
When is he not
Yeah,
there?
he's always there.
Free
Constantly.
feed.
Did he get a free feed?
You get a
What's
free
his
feed
free
here and
feed?
there.
He chuck himself
Not every
in free.
I've thrown a potato cake. I'll look after him. I'll look after him.
I know, he looks after him. Yeah, so definitely go pop down and have a word to Ange
Yeah.
and take a photo
Have a yarn.
Have a yarn. You like a
To
yarn?
eat, have some little mothers.
And,
Yeah, you got the little mothers. Yeah,
Just finish
yeah.
it off with some Greek donuts.
Yeah. So come down. Yeah. So that's it. All right, man.
Thank you for having me.
No, we
Thank you
love
for
it.
coming.
It'll be different by round 14.
All right, we've had it. We're
like
95
that, yeah,
premiership
so.
player telling you that he's confident for the next 6 weeks. That gives me a little bit of hope. He's seeing something that we're not.
Yeah, there'll be a minimum 3 W's, minimum 3 to 4.
You got Bulldogs, Collingwood, Sydney, Melbourne, Essendon, Gold Coast. All right, so they're the next 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6.
Yeah.
All right, so you reckon 3 and 3.
Minimum 3.
I will say.
And who are those
I'm
wins?
not telling you.
Who are those
You
wins?
don't know. Who knows? Who
Mate, we
knows?
could even beat Collingwood.
Who are those wins?
If we wake up on the right side of bed. We could.
It's always going to be a 50-50 with Collingwood because you go in there and you just never know.
Unfortunately, it's 50-50
The way I'm seeing
with
it.
everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
You just don't know what you're going to get.
Again, as long as you get through that patch ahead of the ledger,
Yeah.
you set yourself up for the back end of the season.
But what I've been seeing, I'm not confident at all, man.
No, I mean, how can you be? How can you be? How can you be? All right.
All right, well, there you go. Thank you.
Thank
you, sir.
And thank you.
Thank you, my friend.
And thank you.
And thank you. All right, and just like that,
Angie's gone.
Angie's gone. So we'll
Take care
thank
of
Ange
business.
again, man. Yeah, he had to go and take care of business, man. Everyone's got to make a living at the end of the day. We all do this in between.
That's correct.
Trying to make a living.
Trying to.
Yeah, you were about to say something. Just like that.
You can't talk with your mouth full.
Now that he's gone, right? Snits. Northlands, what a great establishment. I'd be all going to Snits, man, I'm telling you. You know what? You go there for lunch and then you go to dinner to Ange's, but you got to
Set
go.
up.
Fuck, you need to make some squillions. Just make some money.
Who's that?
Oh, if you want to go out every night.
Oh, no, you can't. You got to do that maybe
Yeah, but they
once
do
a month.
give you a percentage off.
They do give you a percentage off. So if you go there and you're a subscriber to Jay, now what you got to do is you got to go to the Jumper Punch page and subscribe there, and then subscribe to Blue Brawl because we are trying to get them to 10,000 also. So
Correct.
subscribe to
Road to
both.
Pete.
It doesn't remember, subscribing does not cost you anything.
That's right. And
Right.
you get 17% off.
And you get 17% off. Think about it, 17% off. That's the interest rates that are going to happen in the next couple of weeks, mate. All right, and then, but if you become now the same thing, you've got to go over to JP.
the links.
We should
the
employ
links
the
in
Federal
links up the
description
top.
and at the
We
top.
should
In the
employ-
description at the top.
We should employ the Federal Reserve at our club, mate, because their graphs just go
Yeah,
up.
that's going up. That's it.
Ours is
That's
going
it.
down.
But if you become a member,
25%.
Jumper Punch, yes, 25% off.
So
at
just-
Schnitz Northland.
Yeah, go become a member. And you saw what happened last week. We had 3 winners.
We did.
We're going to get
3
Matula.
Greeks. Yep.
She's coming on the couch. She's already messaged us. She's excited.
Yep.
She is.
And we've got the 2 winners. So with Ange, we're going to get in contact and we're going to have that
Organise it
kick off in the next
couple of weeks.
Yeah, well, we've got to have it before you are going, huh?
Yep.
Because you go away to see Arsenal lose the title.
Yeah. Just like the rest of our lives. Nah.
Different club, mate.
It's been
The
a
manager's
bit
a winner.
down your
The manager's a winner.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like the level of excitement's
Oh,
been
no,
going down.
no, the
I'm
excitement's still there.
excited.
No, I'm saying for both clubs are just slowly bringing it down because you have lost top
Nah,
spot.
Carlton
haven't you?
have been like this for fucking.
No.
Have you
the
lost
whole
top
lot.
spot?
Huh?
Yeah, at the moment, yeah.
Arsenal not top anymore.
No. 75.
And how many games is there? Like 7?
No, we got 4.
They've
No,
got
5.
We've got
4.
4. They've got 7.
7, correct.
Yeah.
Ah.
So
So what do you reckon?
who knows? I don't know.
Is it tough? Because now...
Yeah, it's going to be tough. But and he was always adamant it was going to be last. It's going to come down to the
It'll
last
come down
day.
to the last game.
And you'll be there.
Yeah.
Sick.
If you win, you lose, you know. They've done us
But
proud
they're
this
there,
year
they're
so
there,
far.
they're
They're in the
contending to win it.
conversation. Look, if we weren't there this year, they would have won by 20 points already. It would be over.
Yeah, that's right.
If it wasn't for us, it'd be over.
Yeah.
I just want to, and I implore those of you, just listen to Michael Voss's press conference
Oh,
and just type in Mikel Arteta and just watch a press conference of his. Just watch
Any of them, doesn't matter.
any of them.
This
After
year,
win, after
last
loss, after,
year.
doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I'll have to
Just
say-
watch the two and compare them.
I have to say that's one of the worst press conferences
Apples and
I've seen.
it is apples and oranges.
Yeah. You got no idea. I can't see any other winning coach say what he said the last night or the other night. Anyway,
Apples and oranges, mate.
Losing.
you know someone who never mixes words
Who?
and he's always on top?
Who?
This bloke here.
Are we this?
1, 2, 3, alle 123, Ossobuco, a me. Del nazionale.
Mate, but that looks good, man.
Voilà, siamo anche un marrone pelato. Ecco qua il risultato. Questo qua è il quadro e cacciaropettore.
Questo è un quadro e
buco.
un
Lo
pottone.
voglio dedicare a tutte quante voi, come
I
in
look like
nazionale.
cats. See
Adesso
when
facciamo la prova
Look,
dell'assaggio.
he cuts in front of the floor.
Andiamo se tennero. 1, 2, 3 alle 123.
That's weird.
Bello ragazzi, internazionale. Buona cena a tutti quanti voi.
Bello, ragazzi.
Un panuzzo di casa e la mamma ti basta. Facciamo una scaipetta dello zio Tom. Com'è?
Com'è?
Internazionale. How many waves? I'm just
Everyone, when he goes...
Hold on.
Panuzzo di casa e la mamma ti faccia con formaggio internazionale.
And when he says "come" means how is it? How is it? Hey, listen. This week I interviewed me and Vincenzo. Interviewed. He was a good player. Let's have a look at some highlights of him.
A fairly short Suns defence.
Brett
Thornton's had a field day so far and he's kicking them from everywhere. He's got two. The Blues have got
off hands bets. Look at this attack. And he's already pumping the air. Look at this.
Carlton runs into the open goal. What's he got an offer? He's going to go to his captain.
Oh, he goes straight through and bang!
That was a free kick.
It was.
They paid that a free kick.
That was a double goal.
I remember that's when Adrian lost it.
That was a double goal.
Alwyn Davey.
Look at this.
T-Bird.
With that run and bounce. Good mark, Thornton, his second good mark. Sends it towards the attack.
Look at this goal. With the Swiss ball. Beautiful kick.
They really have to find something in quickly.
It's probably one of his best games, wasn't it?
Kick 4 goals.
That's 2 times he kicked 4 goals. He kicked 4 goals against Gold Coast's first game.
To Thornton, to Garland, who's got a hat-trick.
He's got a hat-trick.
Kicks the ball across the face. Thornton's been good in the air and takes another good mark. Defensive forward is usually a good kick. And Carlton gets first after half-time.
Oh, that was
David Myers.
No.
That defender there.
Carazzo.
29, Bruce.
Carazzo with a long ball. Thornton's
Nice.
been very, very good. I don't reckon I've seen him play a better game than this.
I haven't seen him
It's
play
been
a
so
better game.
important that West Coast ruckmen are such a key. Digans kicks.
He was a nice, reliable defender, wasn't he?
Yeah. Thornton on the end of it.
And in a time when we were struggling, man.
bad.
Around the outer side. Sends it to the wing. Collier battles there with
See, this is one thing we don't do, man. We don't tap the ball and move it
That's
forward.
right, it's a real belief, but they turned their game plan upside down. They averaged 302 touches. Carlton, they had 388 today.
That was that patch in 07 when we won 2 games in a row. Carlton against the Dogs and then
we cheer them off. We cheer them off. We won 2 games. So there he goes, mate. He debuted in round 10 202 against Fremantle. First possession was given by Ange. He 188 games for Carlton, 1 for Gold Coast. No, for GWS, sorry.
Yep.
And 30 goals.
Skoda.
They were.
Yeah.
Rookie drafted at selection what?
32.
Yeah.
That's why I said it.
There you go.
That's why I did it.
Of course. Who cares?
Yeah.
from the Oakley Chargers. And listen, in 2002 he was the best first year player. In that 03 he got 9th in the best and fairest. 04 5th, 06 7th, 08 10th, 09 9th, right? And then in 2012 he picked up GWS to play one game. And in 2014 played for a flag for Deer Park.
Here's what we could use.
Yeah.
Just a good 5, 6 out of 7 player every week.
Cross half forward.
Yeah.
He was very reliable, and it was a good interview, man. He's a good bloke, so everyone have a look at this.
Let's have a look.
And buried deep within a cemetery, I will fight, never weary. I wanna be legendary till I'm dead and buried deep within a cemetery. I will fight, never weary. I wanna be legendary.
Brett Thornton, how are you, mate?
Good, thanks, Rocco. Thanks for having me. Vince,
thanks for joining us, mate.
Thanks for having us.
Or T-Bird.
T-Bird, yeah, definitely.
Did you like that name?
Yeah, I haven't heard that for a while, but yeah, certainly got a good run when all those years when I was back here.
Now we're all in our sunnies today, seeing it's such a beautiful sunny day in Melbourne.
Beautiful autumn day.
Yeah, in front of the great
Rocco and I got our
Park.
coffees, and here you go. Here's your milkshake.
Thank you.
I love it. All right.
Actually, everyone, it's only water, so don't think he's drinking milk.
No, that's it. All right. So we're here to showcase legends of the Carlton Football Club.
That's it. Done about legends.
You're great, good, ordinary players.
That's it.
You went from great to good to ordinary.
You're getting more round the mark now.
Well, you did play 188. We were working that out. It's 188 or 189 all up.
188 and then one for GWS.
One for GWS.
Yeah,
one great game for GWS.
No, it was a game.
And don't forget his 30 goals as well.
He did kick 30 goals. You know when you get drafted, right? So you're there, you're rookie. So, all right, let's tell everyone how this works, right? So, are you training with the club?
No, so I remember that period. It's amazing for young players. I think it might be a bit different now, but I actually had 3 AFL clubs come to my house and say what number they were going to take me in the draft. So draft day comes, okay,
Who were the 3 clubs?
Port Adelaide, Hawthorn, and I think Sydney were the last one.
Fuck, you must be on top of the world,
No, it wasn't. No, not Carlton. So yeah, I mean, so you miss the first pick and you go, oh, it's all right. I've still got 2 more chances. Then that 3rd pick comes and goes, and you go and you've got your family. And it was like the end of the world, you know.
Yeah.
But then, I still remember that day. I don't know why. But then I remember it was about an hour after the draft. Neil Danaher actually got on the phone. And,
really?
Yeah, and
he was coaching Melbourne.
Melbourne was coaching Melbourne, and he said, you know, commiserations not getting drafted and all that. But you know what? We'd love you to come down and train. Come tomorrow morning and. So really? I did 4 weeks down there training with them, and then he said, if Carlton don't take you, we'll take you. So
because Carlton
had a pick before or something the way.
And did you have any inkling that they were going to kind of pick you up?
No, only through Melbourne. They said they knew. So, but
what's your first possession? Do you remember?
Oh, gee, that's a good question.
I don't know. I'm just wondering if you'd remember. I'd remember.
You know what, I reckon
it wasn't a goal. I know.
No, it wasn't a goal. I reckon
it took
maybe
quite a few games to get that.
I think maybe Ange Christie handballed to me and I put it on the boot quickly or something.
Ange will
like
take
that.
it. Ange will take it.
Yeah, he was great to play with, old Ange.
He would have been.
That was his last year.
It was, yeah.
2002.
Yeah, no,
he was a good player. He tells you that.
Can I just ask you? I know you're just talking about. Do you think Wayne Britton deserved to be given another opportunity after one bad year? Okay, the worst possible result you can think of, finishing last. But do you think he was the scapegoat for John Elliott?
Possibly, yeah.
Trying to save his own skin and his own presidency
Maybe.
and his own board?
Probably looking at it, you got to,
We're all generals.
That's what I think.
We're all generals after the battle,
That's
aren't
his favourite saying.
We're all generals after the battle.
Yeah, you're right. It's easy to say that in hindsight.
And you were playing with a full forward called Brendan Favola. Tell us what it was like to have him at the other end of the ground.
Yeah, that was some fun years. I actually Brendan was in Black Rock and I was in Elwood at the time, so I came to training and went home with him most days, especially when he lost his licence for about 4 years. Yeah, I think Heidi drove us in a game a fair bit. And
this is your wife?
Yeah, Heidi. Yeah,
then girlfriend?
Yeah, that's right. But
hello, Heidi, if you're watching.
But yeah, no, certainly. I mean, what a talent! Like whatever you say about Brendan, he was just a super footballer.
Who was that opponent that was like, they used to give you nightmares every time you were going to come up against him?
Yeah, who was your hardest one?
I think Nick Rewald, the way he was sort of that pioneer of that. Just when you played on him, he used to run 15k. Like it's just.
I was just going to ask you about that. He used to run his opponents off.
He used to run you off.
Oh, he'd take you up to the half back line and just
for the sake of doing it.
Yeah, he was just a freak athlete.
He used to run like 10k's before the game started.
Yeah.
Like he used to do like he used to go
that was just in the warm up.
Yeah, that was in the warm up.
Yeah, from a physical game, you knew when you played on Rewald. But then I suppose. Probably someone like Jonathan Brown.
He's tough.
Just tough and just,
was he lippy?
Yeah. Oh, they were all lippy.
Yeah.
And
did anyone get into your head a bit like that psychologically?
Brown maybe a bit, and Barry Hall, I suppose.
Barry Hall.
But
Barry Hall, you wouldn't want to run into him in a dark alley. When he's upset.
Would they say something like, I don't know, well, what's the best thing? Would they say something like, listen, mate?
Smash your head in.
Yeah, Brown would always say you kill me in the game. But it was, you had to sort of cover that because they had so many runs on the board, those blokes. I mean, 3-time premiership player Brown and or 3-time Barry Hall. And so just unbelievable players.
T-Bird. There you go, mate. There's the T-Bird. He was a good interview, man. Gave you some good insight about...
sunglassed up, the lot of you.
It was bright. It was bright. We did want to go over to the club and do the interview, but... they were too worried.
Should just go this week.
Just show up.
Yeah, show up. Fuck it.
Anyway, tomorrow night, catch the interview after Forever Rivals. 8 p.m, mate. Tomorrow night. And actually, we've got maybe a special announcement coming up soon, so remind me when we talk about Forever Rivals. So watch that. All right, this is going to be a fun one. Let's look at this.
Bananas in pajamas are coming down the stairs.
Take the...
No, you go.
Proudly sponsored by Merino Bros. Spend over $60, get free shipping next day before 12 o'clock a.m. So
midday.
Midday. Sorry.
You've already once just went Carlton. I think once before you did the banana, you just went the whole team.
Carlton. Yeah.
Banana.
I think that can be a triple banana. Carlton.
Yep.
That could be. All right, we all start with the Carlton. All right,
bananas of the week.
Bananas, plural.
Yep.
I did have a good laugh at your fan cam last night. You were mentioning something, and it's like, what does that get you? Bananas.
Yeah, I did too. Bananas.
I didn't watch fan cams. I went to billboards, watch Will Sparks. Fucking G'd up there.
I'm surprised you're here. You're partying too early.
We were out till like 5 o'clock in the morning last night. I was tech. Anyway, 3/4 time, down by, I don't know,
40
points, 41 points,
whatever it was.
Woman gets on the mic. No worries. Ange left all crumbs here, sorry.
He ate all our food and left.
Typical Greek.
That's what we usually do when we go to his anyway.
Yeah, we do.
But we pay for it.
Hear this lady get on the mic and, come on, Carlton fans, get on your feet, start dancing. Come on, we're giving away $2,500 and this and that.
More money.
That made me sick.
I was enraged. I want to punch 18 seats in front of me. Seriously, I want to slap the person next to me. Would have been Dean. So sorry, right? But I was that enraged. Like, read the room. Read the room. We're getting absolutely belted. It's like going out there thinking, "Fuck me," I don't want to do this. Look, she's got a job to do. Rah. That's her job, right? Mate, as Carlton, as a media manager, you know what I would have just said? Fuck it. We're not doing it. We're not doing it.
Yeah.
You can't.
No one's getting nothing. No one's getting nothing.
Fucking nothing.
That's it.
Right?
Actually,
So-
they should have come on and said that.
I was more raged than people
know.
around me going like, "Wait, no one's dancing. Like, no, who's gonna be dancing, bro? Like,
There
no
was.
one's dancing. No one cares about $2,500.
No, they
bro.
was.
No one cares.
They
right?
were.
And anyway, the media, everything entertainment. It's not even entertainment. It's shit. Anyway,
It is.
it's fucking shit, bro. I saw kids out in the middle of the ground.
You
not
see the
attacking
one where they
kids
were
and
trying
that,
to-
knocking the blocks down. What are we losing?
Actually, they were hitting more targets
Yeah,
than
the
what
Carlton.
they were.
yeah. Which one? Which one was it?
You know the one at quarter time where they had to hit like there was like 4 blocks and they had to like hand.
Oh, yeah, that one,
Yeah,
yeah.
that one there. They were hitting more targets than
Yeah,
Carlton.
yeah. Anyway,
We've
got to be worth. Anyway, next one.
I think that was Maltlock.
In pajamas. Next one. Oh, mate, I could have belted this bloke seriously.
Oh, no.
So it gets up, 25 points down at the time last quarter. Our supporter gets up, goes to his I think one of his kids already left, or fucking son or whatever, wife, daughter, or another daughter, whatever, walks out, gets to the aisle, and you know where it goes, like the concrete, and then you go into the concourse.
Yeah.
Just before that, I think Durden kicked the goal to go 19 points down, turns behind like that. Michael, come back, we kicked the goal. I got up out of my chair, telling him to go home. I told him, go fucking home.
You already left.
You already made your bed, now fucking leave, you piece of shit. You already made your bed. Now, if it takes one goal and to get 19 points down to get you back, mate, you shouldn't have been there in the
that's right,
first place.
100%.
Fucking stay home,
I've
you piece of
never-
shit.
never
And all
left.
the fans, I don't give a shit. All the fans that left before
it's a
three-quarter
disgrace.
time, you're a fucking disgrace. You are a disgrace. You're all bananas, every single one of you. I don't care if you've seen enough. You stay there. You stay there with them.
Exactly.
You stay there with them. You lament in pain of how shit we are. And you let them know how shit we are if you don't like it.
And if
Voice
we do,
it.
and if you do making some sort of comeback and you're winning, what we need is there to
that
push
momentum,
that, to push that club. Like, why are you leaving?
And again, we'll use Collingwood and I'll use it all fucking year. When they were 28 points down
Did
in that
anyone
last quarter, did anybody leave?
No. That says a lot. That says a lot, man. But again, we're talking about like...
It doesn't matter though. It all starts there.
It does.
You're there to support your team.
It
And
does.
whatever. Everyone supports in different ways. You can slate them. I slated them last time. I don't give a shit because they deserved it.
Yeah.
Because una merda. Right? But you got to stay there. You got to stay there.
I actually stay till they walk off the ground.
me too.
I stay
You
till
got
that.
to stay there. None of this shit leaving before three-quarter time. What's the point in going there?
at the
And
end
the
of the day,
crowd
they
last night was dog shit.
No,
They were shit. For a home game, they were garbage. No energy.
It was
nothing.
almost like
So what
after the
happens
first
next
quarter,
week?
they were defeated already.
So what happens next week? They're not going to be there.
Yeah.
They're going to jump off the bandwagon
I reckon-
again, aren't they? They're going to jump off the bandwagon.
I reckon we
aren't they?
lose next week. There's going to be a few bandwagons that are going to jump off.
Yeah. So stay there. Stay till the end. Anyway.
We can go. I don't really have one this week. It's no real. I don't really.
I'm going to
have one
say this,
specific
all right.
thing.
I don't usually like.
Yeah, well, that's it.
I'm going to do this banana. I don't usually name how people that support us and maybe don't support us and then write comments, because I applaud any comment that you send us. And how many times do we get like a comment that's like that's not, and you always say to me, you know what, we'll take it on board. You know what I mean? So, for example, if they say something, well, we'll take it on board because
Yeah,
we
of
want
course.
to get better.
We'll
you know?
take the feedback on
We'll
board.
take the feedback on
Yes.
board. Sometimes it's bullshit,
we do.
but we take it on board, and that's good.
Everyone's got to get better.
And
You've got to be accountable. You've
Whatever
got to be,
we say, mate, you can attack us about what we say about the game and that. But as soon as you attack us personally, right?
Or who?
Jimmy Misha Brown
Oh, God.
Maroney.
Yeah.
And you know who you are, right? And I usually don't name them, but you are a piece of shit, and I'll tell you why.
Well, what happened?
Because I know you don't care about this, right?
Yeah.
But I do.
Okay.
I do. I care about this, and if you attack one of us personally, I'm coming after you. Soon as you attack us personally, right, and you call people like, for example, I'm going to say it, but you can go and read the comment if you want. So he calls you a hippo and that, which I know you find it's funny, right? But people...
What do they do?
I don't even know.
People that live in glass houses...
watermelons whole.
People that live in glass houses should not be throwing stones. And I'm just going to leave it there, right? People that live in glass houses, Mr. Mission Brown, shouldn't throw stones. Look within, right? The other one is...
That's a compliment. Hippo. Strong animal.
Well, the other thing is, don't even worry about that one there. You can call us an animal if you want. As soon as you wish us death and miserable diseases, right? You can go and get stuffed, mate. And I'm telling you now,
this
right? You're a dud, yeah.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
He wished the most evil diseases on us.
Please.
Did he? On him.
What did he wish?
Well, he wished that he had a heart attack,
aneurysm. He'll have an aneurysm.
Yeah.
I don't think actually, but yeah, I think he meant it like if Ed Curnow he couldn't even spell re-sign right. He wrote resign instead of re-sign.
Oh, he resigned, so he agrees with us.
I nearly had a heart attack last night when he kicked the snap goal.
You're a piece of shit, bro, man. And I'll tell you something, mate. When I see your comments now, I'm deleting them all. I don't give a shit. I don't usually do that, but yours I'm deleting because you're just a piece of dirt, mate. I'm telling you, when you attack someone personally, you're a piece of dirt. Jimmy Mission Brown Maroney.
And don't get it mixed up with Jimmy Rapidus.
Nah, Jimmy Rapidus, he's a star, mate. But this bloke, you're a dead shit banana. You got him all?
Carlton, whatever.
All right, then you can be this one. Here, you can give banana of the game.
Banana of the game?
Yeah.
Carlton.
No, go to the next one.
Oh, banana of the game.
I know what this is.
Oh, there we go.
There's a few of them.
Yeah.
There's a few. I only got a few, but...
I slated one.
Richmond,
Collingwood.
That's game, bro. Yeah. I couldn't do that.
This one was a Geelong.
Oh my god.
Another one.
So anyone got these
Saw a
pictures?
few. Saw Gold Coast Suns beanie.
Yeah, I saw a hat, Gold Coast Sun hat. So if anyone sees them, send them in because we've got to expose these people.
I feel so bad. I couldn't even do it.
No, I couldn't.
You know who the worst? You know the worst ones I saw last night. The ones wearing Carlton gear. They should not be wearing Carlton gear.
No, mate.
Because that was another vergogna. All right.
Anyway.
Let's get into this one.
Ma di che cazzo stai a parlare? Ma di che cazzo stai a parlare a te? Che bello! Ma che cazzo sta a fare? Ma che cazzo sei? Ma che cazzo? Ma che cazzo ne so?
All right. As you can see, I wore the top today.
Come on, man.
Ma che cazzo! I wore the top today because I thought the whole thing was a bit of a muck.
Yeah.
So
What have we got, Rocco?
all right. If you're this one I love because he's one of my second favourite. No, he's my second favourite boxer in all the world.
Mike.
No, he's my
That's
favourite.
number one.
Excuse me.
You sneeze a lot, don't you?
Excuse me. It's only twice this happened.
This is how we should have been always. This is what we need to be like always. Have a look at this.
All right.
Why are you all looking so damn scared? Act like you're going to a funeral. I'm the one fighting George Foreman. You've been believing all that stuff you've been reading about how hard he hits. George Foreman knocked down Joe Frazier. He'll destroy the kid. You might win, and the public is expecting you. The hell with George Foreman. When you get out here, if you're afraid, just smile. Just act like you're happy. How am I gonna win the fight if I went out thinking like you? Damn George Foreman. Can't go home in front. Just the clothes in the boat.
Look at the bodyguard. How cool was that? If
Sets
you're
the
afraid, just smile. And is that true, man?
He sets the tone.
Never show any pain. Don't show no fear. Go out there and he absolutely smashed him. Did you see the bloke with the machine gun?
That's how Carlton should come out.
Yeah, with the machine
guns,
militia.
M16s with bayonets.
Come out with militia.
I reckon this one here, right, I'm going to give a bit of a warning.
Yep.
Actually, the warning sign has just come up. I'm going to give a bit of a warning if you're an arachnophobia.
Arachnophobia, you're scared of spiders.
If you're arachnophobic.
Yeah.
If you've got arachnophobia.
I'm just going to say turn away now, right? Because you're not going to like this, but I find this... All right, I'll call this Spider Woman.
All right, let's go. Good Lord. Oh, that's fucked. The thing's alive.
There's no way.
How did the thing not bite her tongue off? Like sting? Like
they would have taken the fangs out.
I don't know what they do, but they would look. You're saying it's not real. I don't know if it is or it isn't. I reckon it is, man, because people.
That's game.
Can never do it,
got a
man.
good gut.
Far out.
I wonder if she.
And then
and I complain about eating fruit.
Imagine the fur and shit.
But can you imagine like the first when they first put it in your mouth, there'll be all that movement, man. Oh man. Sorry people. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Alright, listen.
Jesus.
Fuck. Good vomit.
Now the technology's right.
Yeah, oh yeah. It's at the pinnacle. It's hit the ceiling like
I remember when it just started.
Yeah.
It just like the technology game just started. I'll call this in television.
In television.
It can be a great gift for all the family.
You want to make sure the one you buy offers the greatest number of benefits, the best value for money, and the most features.
Well, of course, you're talking about in television.
How did you guess? In television has greater player movement, and as you can see, the games are more realistic, providing lifelike action and superior sound effects.
Oh my You're God. Right. In television has much better sound effects than other games. Now, have a listen to this.
Hello, Commander.
In television is the only one with IntelliVoice. With the addition of this module and the appropriate games, IntelliVision even talks to you.
And you've got to think of the future too, Gibbo. Soon in television, we'll have a keyboard extension, turning your original purchase into a home computer. So for value, enjoyment, and the most features, buy IntelliVision.
Spot on. It's the best TV game system.
God, that's what Carlton play with. Well, I'll just play with
that's their game plan. That was their game plan. Did you see that? See how they all get sucked into the ball?
Is ball
oh, love it. I've actually got
Archer.
I got Archer. I've actually got.
We haven't given the Somac a run for a little while.
It's bad. I take it before the show, and I take like half of it. Half of it I take before I go to the game. This is like the big one too. This is like the 20 milligrams.
That's good.
It's hot.
That'll hit.
It's hot. Yeah. It burns, mate. It kills everything inside. Everything's dead inside now. So that's why you can see now. Like I get a little bit angry, but I'm dead inside now.
Yeah.
But I call this one here. I've seen. This is Carlton. This is what we think we are and what everyone else thinks we are.
Okay, right.
I call this the Fugazi.
Oh, yeah. God.
It's a Fugazi. It's a Fugazi.
No.
What is Spanish?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
An idiot.
That's calm. We do all the moves and the comms going just...
One hits every now and again.
Okay.
It's just ninth. Cool story.
That's good. You're doing
cool
really
story,
good
bro.
today, Carl.
Yeah.
Really good.
Only lost by 26.
Only.
We should have this coach at our press conferences.
No. ¿Había alguna dama antes de un caballero que quiera preguntar? ¿Por qué Así es para mí primero las damas. En su casa usted pone sus reglas, en mi casa pongo yo. Y nosotros aquí estamos acostumbrados así. No le voy a discutir con usted. Es las damas primero y se acabó. Punto. Y así tengo 6 años aquí. Y usted no me va a decir qué carajo tengo que hacer. ¡Cállese, carajo!
That cabrón.
He just walked out.
That's it. What a press conference.
That's the best. Oh, that's the way it should be. That's it. No questions.
When the cabron.
Oh, I got another warning here.
Yeah.
So anyone that doesn't like a little bit of foul language and that, all right, there's a few.
Oh, they wouldn't be watching anything on this show. If that's
There's a few inappropriate words and things used here, but this I just call the country has lost its mind.
Country has lost its mind.
And the one that really killed me was last Christmas. We canceled a song that was written in the 1940s.
This is
called Baby
hilarious.
It's Cold Outside. People said that they were triggered, that the lyrics were rapey, and they had toxic masculinity. And that's fine if you feel that way, but radio stations across the country wouldn't play the song because people were outraged. Which is fine if you feel that way, but at the exact same time, the #1 song in this nation for over 2 months was Wet Ass Pussy. I'm not making that up. You can look it up. Google it. So I want to wrap up my show by comparing and contrasting the lyrics of these 2 songs.
Disgusting.
If indeed this country has lost its fucking mind, shall we?
Not even a song.
Let's start with the hardly offensive Christmas song written just after World War II. I really can't stay, baby, it's cold outside. I gotta go away, baby, it's cold outside. This evening has been so very nice. Yeah, you fucking with some wet-ass pussy. Bring a bucket and a mop for this wet-ass pussy. Beat it up, N-word, extra large, extra hard. Put this pussy right in your face, swipe your nose like a credit card. My mother will start to worry. Beautiful, what's your hurry? My father will be pacing the floor. Listen to that fireplace roar. Well, maybe just half a drink more. Spit in my mouth. Look in my eyes. This pussy is wet. Come take a dive. Talk your shit, bite your lip, ask for a car while you ride that dick. My sister will be suspicious. Gosh, your lips look delicious. My brother will be there at the door, waves on a tropical shore. Well, maybe just a cigarette more. I don't want to spit, I want to gulp. I want to gag, I want to choke. I want you to touch that little dangly thing that's swinging the back of my throat. I submit to you, ladies and gentlemen, this country has lost its fucking mind.
It's one of the best skits I've seen. One of the best acts I've seen. It's fantastic. Oh, I cried when I listened to it.
It's funny because it's true.
I know.
That's what people, and then like, oh my god, man! And when he compared them both together, like when you look at it from side to side, you go, "What are we doing in this world, mate?"
Anyway,
I think we needed just a little bit of a laugh at the end of this miserable. All right,
the faces that
you know.
The people in it are fucked.
What's that?
Just the people in this world.
No, it's I'm telling you, we're going.
I mean, I'm cooked too.
No, we're all cooked because they're making us cook now.
Yeah.
You know, there's like one person where you don't mind putting their stuff in your mouth.
Yeah.
Snits.
The schnitzel, chips and salad. Schnitzel chips and the Three Musketeers of deliciousness.
It's delicious, mate. I'm telling you, whoever wrote that.
Oh, they're
nothing beats a good wet ass cotelette.
Wet ass schnitzel.
And just remember, they got their new one, the Se Señorita.
Si, señorita.
So that'll be
Mediterranean salad schnitzel.
Mexico, palo. Mexico.
Make sure you go down there. 17%.
Appropriation.
No, we're gratifying it.
No, we can't say it. You can't do that.
Mexico.
Oh, then Tim Watson couldn't say what he said on SEN.
What do you do?
He took the piss out of an old Italian lady.
Which is the best.
When just recently?
He was when he was in Italy. It was actually quite a good skit because I love listening to an Aussie like trying to do Italian.
I love it. Yeah.
I love it.
I do not do it. I'm too fat that to use the water. That's how he was saying. I'm like, oh my god. I'm like, shit. It was Tim Watson and Gary Lyon.
How do people find that offensive?
So good. I love that shit.
Well, you don't find it offensive, so why should... You know, normally with people getting offended, it's people outside of it, they find it offensive. It's not the people inside the joke. It's the ones outside the joke that are finding it offensive. Like, I don't get it. Like, if we don't find it offensive.
Anyway. Moving right along.
All right.
We've got this one.
Or do we have this one?
We do. You can, you
All
can
right,
get it in. Yeah, get it in.
Paul's call. Carlton's going to win.
Talk about offensive.
Paul's call.
Paul's call is that there is no call this week.
That's the call. That's a call. Listen.
I think I had my call earlier in the show when I was losing my mind over what's going on.
Look, we did do the show has been a quick turnaround because really we are doing this on a Saturday early afternoon and the game just happened. So
what I will say in light of everything that occurred on Friday night,
I haven't got a call, right? 10 minutes later.
It's not a commentary call or anything like that. You know, there's been a few. There's been a bit of swearing and everything, which is, you know, that's okay. It's all good.
So what?
What I will say is that what is happening at the club at the moment, and when I say club, I mean all of us together.
Of course.
Is that it can change if we want it to change. That's the beauty about the situation we're in.
Nice. It can change. 100%.
But the thing is that there are two ways it can go, because in the moment we are stuck in no man's land. So it can either change for the worse or it can change for the better.
And I'll tell you something.
We are in the worst place you can be at the moment, because we don't know if we're in regeneration mode. We don't know if we're there, and we don't know if we're good enough to, you know, go all the way.
And the problem was, I think that a lot of us thought we were in that next stage now, and now we're starting to go back and going,
well, we're still where we were last
Where
season.
are we?
No, but you know, it kind of confirmed to me at the team selection round 1. So you go out at the start of the year or end of last year, you get Akers and I think it was just Akers. Was it Akers and that was it? Yeah,
the draft picks. Yeah,
and draft picks, right? So obviously you naturally get draft picks, but it says round 1 you see obviously Akers is in, but then you see Cowan and Ollie Holland's in.
Yep. So where are we?
Yeah.
I mean,
are they ready? Yeah. Well, Hollands looks the part.
Yeah, I know that, but it's just kind of saying, well, we don't really rate the people that we have 100%. At the moment.
If you're ready, you wouldn't.
They wouldn't be playing. And probably injuries.
I don't believe that. I don't believe in that. If you're 18 or if you're in your first year, that you're not ready or anything like that.
I understand that, but you know,
if you're ready, you're ready. If you're ready, you're ready. Obviously, when you're at that age, most aren't.
Correct.
But you know.
You know what Miles is saying?
Yeah, I know what he's
saying. Miles isn't saying like, alright, you're ready,
I know
you're ready. Like Walsh was ready.
I know what you mean.
Kids are always ready. Yeah. It's just how far the development
is. Can it change?
He's saying that you think of your one stage and then all of a sudden you're making these selections where you start to doubt it and go, wait, if we were at that stage, you would never be there.
I understand that we saw in pre-season, we've said it before, that Holton's played well, but it's just thinking that, okay, O'Brien played, but why is he not playing?
Kerno in, you know what I mean? Like things like that. And people been attacking us about Kerno, like whatever, man. Again, we don't hate anyone. All we're saying is...
You know me, I'm not attacking the player. I'm attacking the coaching
selection. And look, if we're going to die on that hill, I mean, like, far out. We've got our priorities and vision wrong. If we're going to continue to look at that, you know, continue to look at Kerno, you know, it's not... It's the least, not the least of our concerns, but there are other things we need to focus on. It's a culmination of things.
It's huge, and it's everything we went through.
Everything. So again, it can change. You know, look,
Of course it can change,
you know
but
what
it's still got to change. Like, of course it
I
can
know, of
change,
course.
but what are
It's
we
got
doing to
You've gotta
making
make
it change?
You gotta make
Are we
it.
doing anything to making it change?
What are we? 4-3-1.
4-1-3. Yeah.
So we're positive ledger, right? But the problem
We're on the
is that
seesaw. We're in the middle.
with the football we're playing is just football that's not. It doesn't. When I see us play that type of football, I'm not. There's no
It's not
connect.
exciting you, no.
You know, there's no connect with what I want compared to what
It
I
doesn't
see
get
out
you
on the
out of
field.
your seat.
No, and
Like, you get out of your seat naturally for a goal or whatever, but it doesn't. You don't feel like, oh fuck.
and why
not
can't
a
we
complete
dominate
game.
rivals? Why can't be the goal to go out there and say, oh, you know, it's not always going to go our way. It's all that. No, we want to go out there and dominate.
Always.
Teams, you know?
Always. It should always be that.
So, yeah, again,
Your banana of the week. I know. I'm sorry. Going back to your banana of the week should have been Brian Cook.
Yeah, it could have been. It could have been. But
With
again,
what
I
he
don't
said.
want to. I'm not trying to. And again, I don't want to target individuals.
Yeah, I know, but he's
You
a
know.
spokesperson, is he not? And that's the
Well, more
rhetoric
than a
of the club.
spokesperson.
So,
Well,
you know.
you don't target individuals, but what's
Again,
happening if someone's
it's the
standing
message.
up and saying something
You know,
and is being representative of the clubs, they have to get targeted.
My fear is that, and I'm starting to see it a lot more now on socials, is that there is starting to be a divide between people. There's starting to be fractures.
100%.
And it's with.
But that's what
it's
happens with the
and
losing
it's not my
culture.
situation to comment and get involved, but
But it happened at the end of last year.
I see
It
it with
happened.
content creators now, and I see it with, you know, people at the club. I see it with fans. You know, fans are getting frustrated at each other, and that's the perfect distraction for the club because no one is addressing the actual issue. Yeah.
So they're happy with that.
Not, they're not like, it's not like, as I said before, it's not
being
like
happy.
It's not like they're actually going out there and scheming and saying, "Oh yeah,
No, I know,
fan
but
base-
you-
the fan base is fractured. This is great for us."
deflects
Intrinsically, it deflects away
deflects,
from
yeah.
the accountability of the whole club.
But shouldn't that be like, all right, so you say that, and I understand what you're saying, so, but then that's the problem. Because
Because if you think about it, sorry to interrupt you, right? But we're going through the cycle that we've gone through for the last, 20 years?
it's give or take 20 years.
So what is the cycle as a club that we've gone through? Right? It's draft certain players, recruit certain players, get up to a certain point, demand a little bit more. That doesn't happen. The coach gets sacked, and we go again.
Correct.
That's the cycle.
That's pretty much a cycle.
And that has brought us no success.
No.
Right? Because that, as a fan base and as a club, that's what we've done. We've gone step, step, step.
In that period of time.
Haven't quite got there, go again. Sack the coach, go again. Right? And again, it's been the same under Bolton, Teague, Voss. Step, step, step. Haven't got there, sack the coach. Another step with Teague. Didn't quite get there. Sack the coach.
Recruit players.
Another step with Voss. This is the best we've been under this group. We've got to 12 and 10. 4-3-1. We're there. We've got expectations on this year. At the moment, we're probably not quite getting there. What's going to happen from where we are now to there?
Do you think
what's got to happen?
What's got to happen from there to there? Something within us.
Yeah, has to
It
change.
can't be that. It can't be what's happened the last couple of years.
Because that's not working.
It's not working.
No.
That's right.
And that's on us.
Yeah.
Because we've demanded that. The players have demanded that. The board has demanded that. And it's not working.
Do you think, as a club, as a whole, now I'm going to say everyone, as a whole, collectively, have we reached the ceiling of where we are at the moment? Like, this whole entirety of everyone. Do you think we can go further?
With the players and
with everything?
Just everything at the moment. I know it's a very broad question because you have to go so deep into it.
Yeah, but the thing is that you've got to build the house to make that ceiling higher.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is the problem. And what's happening is, I think that if we're going to use the house kind of
I think they're right in saying that the floor has become higher.
Yes.
I think that's happened.
Yeah.
That our worst is not horrific.
I think that the foundation they've watered down the concrete way too much, and it keeps collapsing. And they've got to strengthen.
It's got weak points.
We've got to strengthen up the foundations, because it seems to me, if you're saying that we keep getting to a certain stage and we keep falling, and then we start again.
So something's
wrong underneath it, so that we can keep going up. What's happening? We've reached the ceiling because of the people, because of what's at the bottom.
So we're building a house or a tower?
As a fan base.
Well, what's the premiership?
The tower.
So we're building a house, but we want a tower. But we're building for a house.
As a fan base, right? As a fan base.
Maybe. That's a good one.
We need to change.
We do.
Because what do we continue to do? When results don't go the way, who do we continue to target?
The coach.
Players.
And what's happened the last couple of years?
Well, with the coach, we keep getting rid of it.
And do we win premierships?
No.
Do we look like winning premierships? No. Yes, we've got incremental improvement under Michael Voss, because all you need to do is look at the wins and losses.
Correct.
That's just basic maths,
That's
right?
right.
The issue is that, as I said, we go back, same cycle, back, same cycle. My concern is that what's going to happen from this point, where we are right now, to the next milestone, to that next point in the road. Because we're at the crossroads now.
Yeah.
This is the crossroads.
I think we're already starting to take the wrong direction.
This is the crossroads, right? And as a fan base, we need to accept that we've made the wrong decisions with regards to our own mentality.
Yep.
Keep mentioning 16 flags, 16. Collingwood, but we've won 16
That's
flags.
Right.
Richmond, but we've won 16 flags. Mate, who cares?
Doesn't matter. 100%.
I haven't seen them. What do I have to say? What does a whole new generation of players and Carlton supporters have in their armoury to belt down another team with? What do they have?
No, nothing. Zero.
So what are we doing?
You're one of the worst. We're one of the worst.
We're
probably are the worst.
We are Gold Coast. We are Fremantle.
We are, and I know I keep going over it again. We do not have our eyes on the
GWS
prize.
even better. They made a flag.
And the same thing happens again. The sponsors spend big money.
Yeah.
And
donors spend big money.
But the reason they spend big money is that because of those 16 premierships and what we are, and
what we were. That's what we were.
Yeah, what we were. And you said that once, that it's the easiest gig in the world to go and get sponsorship for
Carlton. Oh yeah, 100%. I could go and do it. You could put me in that role. I could go to all the big blue chip, companies, and you'll get one.
It's easy.
My fear,
Carlton. Fuck, that's easy, man.
My fear is that,
because they can talk a lot of shit too.
My fear is this.
Oh, they got the people for that.
My fear is this: is that people with prominent voices in our community, and that goes for everybody at the club. I don't mean just content creators. I mean podcasts, people who make podcasts, people who make it all this stuff, right? I have this underlying fear that they are just there for clout.
Oh yeah.
And they are just there for their own, just to fulfill their own self needs and fill their own pockets up, and they're not actually there because they love the club. They're not. I don't see a whole club and a collective with the same voice and vision of wanting a 17th premiership.
No, they don't.
And that's my biggest concern. That is
100%.
my biggest concern at the moment, because there's no, and this is what I'm saying, is that when the fan base divides and fractures, right, what happens is we deflect and go away from what we should be talking about and what we should be looking at and trying to solve these particular issues.
But that's because, at the end of the day, that's because the people who are like leading this club or running this club aren't getting everyone together and going towards the same goal.
As a fan base, we need to band it together.
Well, we're trying. We're trying.
But are we?
We are.
Well, okay,
what did Master Yoda say? There's no try.
Yes.
Do or do not.
Yeah.
But we are. I believe that there are It's not everyone. It's not everyone.
No,
You're
it's
right.
not everyone, but it needs to be everyone
I
together.
know, but that's what I'm saying. It's not everyone
and
that's
this is what I
banding
was
together
saying,
and asking for the same prize.
I know I'm going over it again, but I want to make the point crystal clear through the SEN app. It is not, and again, the divide in the fan base is not I hate him or I hate her.
Nah.
It's one part want the coach gone. Another part are saying the players aren't good enough. Another part saying the board's not good enough. Another part saying the footy department's not good enough. Another part saying we need to get rid of Brad Lloyd. It's not 88,000 people getting together and saying we want flag number 17. We want our second premiership in the AFL era. So give it some perspective. Forget about 16.
Yeah.
We're going for our second premiership in the AFL era. As a fan base, how do we come together to create a vision, create a want, create a need, and a pathway to premiership number 17?
At the end of the day, you're correct, right? So we've got 88,000 members, right, who want this flag, yeah?
Do they?
I don't think they do.
I think at the end of the day, we all want a flag.
You
right?
sure?
Yes, of course we all want the flag.
I see a lot of people that go there.
No, but they still want the flag, Mars, right? The point is they're rudderless.
There's a difference between going there and hoping for a flag, and there's a difference between going there.
But what I'm saying is, if you've got
wanting the flag.
but if you've got 88,000 people who want a flag, right? Let's say they all want the flag, right?
Yep.
Let's say they all want the flag, right? 88,000 people can't do it. They need someone to lead them.
My issue with it is that a lot of us just expect it to happen.
Right, but
that's the issue.
What we expect it to happen, but what we're doing is we still need that leader to lead us.
I know, I agree.
Like we've got a country. We need leaders in the country as far as your politicians that who are going to bring you forward, correct?
Yeah,
like what are we going to do?
Oh, we can only do so much.
Right, so we need that leader, right? The problem was with the club, and I still go back to 2 years ago when we elected presidents, and we didn't even elect these people. These are the people we have
They
put
got
in
elected
charge.
by their mates.
Whatever, but we put them in charge and we backed them. We have backed them all the way. We put them in charge to lead us in that direction. We're all going to follow you, right? The problem was when this person and this board and everything, so you go, oh, some blame the board. I am blaming the board, right? I'm one of the ones who blame the board at the moment, right?
And
Right, but what I'm saying is we put these people in charge, right? Who had the wrong intention. They were the wrong people because when we asked them, right? When we asked them to go to a vote, when we asked these people to go to a vote to get election, which was our right, our right to do it, right? They threatened us with court action. Who threatens the members with court action when it was our right? If you wanted to be the leader, you should stand there and you should say, I will be elected by the people. But they didn't.
And I think that's...
So that's a big issue.
Then this is the problem that I'm raising, is that not everybody is on that same page.
They should be, but...
Well, they should. And this is what I'm saying is that the healthy way to get the club better is to have a voice and to voice your opinion and not just go for the board.
No,
but that's where it starts.
But this is where it starts.
That's where it starts because then everyone comes together there, yeah?
Right.
So you elect somebody, right? And this is why I thought,
But not everybody came together for it.
No.
That's the problem.
That's the problem. Yeah, but they didn't. But the way that Carlton do it are all very smart because they just want their own elected.
But if
they want
they
their
were
own
issue.
in charge.
So how do we
that's
get
why
to
I
a
want to
point-
stop that. Is that that's why I said when this happened 2 years ago, why can't we vote for who we want to put in there?
And we should have.
Why
We
can't
should
there
have.
be so many parties? Dude, have 100 parties. Who
100%.
cares? All voice why and what you're going to do, what you're going to bring, as you would a
They
party
stopped
would.
that. They
Why
stopped
can't
that.
we do
They
that?
stopped that.
Well, there
Because
it is.
people are
and
running-
that's where your number one problem is because it's a dictatorship.
And it's starting from there, right? And it slowly flows down to...
Inadvertently, right, you can still affect that without having to do all that.
Correct. But it's
you
hard.
can still affect it. Yeah. Well, look at all the big clubs in the world, right? None of these big...
All right, so what do we do?
Well, that's the thing. That's the thing. What do we do? What do we do? We have to attack the right areas. The club. All of it.
Yeah, all of the club.
The
I
whole
agree.
thing.
I agree. It's
And-
not
and-
just
and
it's not just the top
No.
or him and
No,
him.
it's
We're not
not- no,
blaming
yeah.
people. All I'm saying is even the process
And
of
it's not
getting,
attacking. It's challenging them.
it's challenging them. Yeah, 100%.
It's challenging everything.
100%.
Challenging fans, challenging players, challenging board, challenging CEOs, challenging footy department. All
What did Ange say before? Like, there would have been like, oh, he's waiting for him to do something, he's waiting for him to do something. How about you do something?
Take the initiative.
And the problem is a lot of us who are just supporters and that, really our hands are tied. So we're waiting for someone else who, with more power or someone who can influence
reactionary.
to do
I told
something.
you
But
this.
we're trying to do that. We're trying,
We're trying to
wait-
get on the front foot.
We're trying to
Proactive.
not only get on the front foot, we're trying to find that person to lead us there, right? We're just trying to find our person. Who is that person? Who is that, not just person, who is that group?
Yes.
Who is that team?
Yes.
Who is that, that whole club? Who is it? Who is it that's going to stand up and say, right, this is enough, the line in the sand, this is what we're doing, and we're not doing that. And the whole process of getting president, members, all the board members, getting the coaching, even getting the players, even getting the coaching staff, and even getting the fitness people and that, seems to be all wrong. It's all wrong. It's all wrong. We're getting the wrong people to fucking pick these people. I don't know.
No, and that's the argument I'm trying to make. Is that again? It's not just one.
But this is what I said this before. We've all been saying it. It's time for everybody now to voice your opinion, and if we're not happy about something, let it be known.
Everybody has to have the motivation and intention of.
And what's the main intention?
Winning the next.
They're winning that flag. So whatever it takes to win that next flag.
But it's got to be sustained success.
Yeah, and it is.
And sustained
And this is
success.
what I always say is that you can't win the flag every year. It's impossible, okay? It's fucking possible. I don't care what anyone says. You know when they say impossible is nothing, bullshit, right? That's impossible, right?
Yeah.
But it's being in the conversation yearly and going, okay, we're going to push again. This year,
It's always been.
we're going to be there again.
It's always been in that
It's where you're
conversation.
going to position yourself this year. We're going to
So-
be there this year, and you go and you create that culture as a whole club.
The intentions of everyone should be that, right? And how we get there and the vision and the direction with how we get there needs to be explained by the club and the people who are actually running the show. And
Well,
again,
they're the ones, man. They're the ones we need answers from.
It's easy to get angry and upset and say sack him and sack her and get rid of him and get rid of her. We have done that to death.
Yeah. And I actually don't think that's the answer for any of them now.
No.
I don't think sacking the coach or getting rid of the president or doing anything, that's not the answer.
And it might be to a certain extent, right? It might be, right? But again,
But the answer is getting whoever, even if the people in there at the moment are the right, just getting those right people with the right attitudes in there. That's all we need.
And I don't see the rhetoric within the fan base at the moment, the majority of the fan base saying, actually thinking about this and putting it at the forefront of their minds. And I'm imploring everyone to do this. I know we'll have 200 live viewers. We'll probably get a couple of thousand people who watch this, but I'm imploring everyone to put it at the forefront of your mind and just think about it. As a member, as a supporter, how do I get this club to premiership number 17 and beyond? Ask that question of yourself and ask that question of your club. How do we get ourselves to premiership number 17 and beyond? How does that happen?
Yep. And it's fair. It's like, all right, fair enough. You bring out your 5-year plan, whatever. You can do that. But what are we doing? That's right. What are we doing actually?
You got to, all right, you bring it out, but you also got to stick to it. Don't
Well,
you?
what do we not only stick to, but what are we actually doing?
But do
to
they
follow that plan?
Do they believe in that?
I don't know. Or is it just to keep us happy?
My issue is not the 5-year plan.
What are we doing?
My issue is, and it's not the statement of great, you want to win premierships, brilliant. It's your number one goal.
What are we doing to get that
My
premiership?
problem is I want to see it communicated by the club to us.
Yeah.
How are we going to get there? Luke Sayers, Bryant Cook,
Yep.
Michael Voss, Patrick Cripps,
Yep.
Jacob Wiedering.
You're the leaders.
Stand up. Tell us.
Yeah.
This is how we are going to get to the next premiership. This is what we're doing. This is how we're going to do it. And we want you to come along for the ride with us.
Yeah.
They're all reading
at the moment. I don't feel
they're all reading a different book.
People laughed at him. People laughed at Mikel Arteta.
They're all reading off a different
the brain
book.
and heart emoji. The brain is clarity. The heart is your emotion.
Passion, yeah.
And passion, right? And when those two combine together, you get energy from the crowd.
Yeah.
It's the holy trinity.
Yeah.
Passion, clarity, energy.
Yeah.
From the crowd. All that combines together.
They all have the
and
same
that's
message.
that's why I was really disappointed with Fossey in that press conference. How he addressed
the fans
walking out.
I think he's
he could
under.
have been so
I
much
think
more
he's under
stern with his
pressure.
opinion.
I think he's under pressure now for his job and all that, and now
But
it's
even
not.
Even in that scenario,
He could have done a lot different, but is he
I
strong
mean,
enough? Is he
hindsight's
the
a
right?
wonderful
That's
thing,
the other
but
thing. Is he
far
the
out.
right person? You know, in that he's showing that even in the press conference, under pressure, he's faltering even with his words. Does that mean he does that as his coaching? Who knows?
As I said, everything about the club at the moment is very safe.
Yeah.
And our fans are being, we're very safe with what we want, because the safe thing to do is to say sack him, sack her.
Oh,
that's the easy thing. That's the kick up the line.
100%.
That's the long kick up the line.
Yeah.
The harder thing to do is to question yourself and question everything about the club and say, as I said earlier, how do we get to number 17 and beyond?
But we need the right people to bloody
Sorry, how do we get to our second flag in the AFL era
Yeah.
and beyond? Put that into perspective.
I just don't think they're reading from the same book. Any of them.
no one is.
No one.
The whole.
This is
No
what I
one
mean.
is.
No one is. Fans, anyone. No one is.
From the bottom to the top.
I'm questioning Cripps as a captain.
Yeah, of course you have to. You have to. You have to question everybody. And you know what? They should be questioning themselves.
I hope they are.
Oh, of course they are. Are they disgusted with their performance or the way they are? Are the coaches disgusted in their performance? Are the next level? Are the board? Is everyone disgusted in their efforts? And what they've not only put, like we say, the fans, but put the club, the fans, everyone through the last 20 years. How can you be satisfied with that?
That loss there was like that.
The thing is that no one's satisfied with what's going on.
No.
You shouldn't be.
You're not satisfied.
We're not satisfied with what's going on.
But what are you doing
that's
about
not the issue. That's not the issue. That's never been the issue with us. Right? It maybe was under Bolts for a little bit.
No, because you're rebuilding.
Yeah.
Now you've got
no one. That's not the issue. The issue is
expectation and where we are.
The issue is, again, how are we going to be productive to a point where we all get us to number 2 or number 17 or whatever, to our next premiership and beyond? How do we do that? No one has figured that out, and no one has addressed that. Everyone's just angry and upset. Oh, we've got to get rid of him and get rid of this, and this is not good enough, and and that's been our bugbear for everything on Blue Broad, with Bucky stuff, with the Ian Prendergast, with all Carlton content. That's been our issue, right? And this is me calling out everybody. This is not an attack on you or you. It's an attack on all of us.
Yeah, of course.
We have not addressed the issue properly. We have not said, we're not satisfied. What's the next layer of that? Okay, we're not satisfied. How do we go about rectifying that and getting to the next premiership and beyond? We've never addressed it properly as a fan base and properly as a club.
Yeah.
And I'm talking that making that the forefront of your thinking. It's not the forefront of our thinking. The forefront of our thinking at the moment is deflect. Get angry at the coach, get angry at the players. And then the club comes in, Carlton respects, and the club comes in again, Great Southern Bank. The club comes in again, we're going to pick out another legend to put in the videos. Then the club comes back again to say, we've got 88,000 members. Deflect. No one from the club comes out and says, meeting, everyone come in. This is how we're getting to the next flag. This is how we're going to do it. This is what we want to see.
Have we ever done that?
No. And this is what I'm saying.
Have we ever done
where
it?
does that come from? It comes
who
from
did that?
us because we don't demand it of them.
You know who did that?
Who?
Who we support. Arsenal did that.
Josh Kroenke.
But you know why they did that? Because of us.
Yeah.
The fans will
put the pressure.
Yep.
We put the pressure on them, and they go, all right, this is a lot of noise. We need to get everyone together. We need to create a synergy again. We need to build again. They did that 3 years ago or 3.5 years ago.
And the demands from the fan base were, we're angry, we're upset, we want to be competing, we want the next Premier League title.
You said this, you haven't delivered. Why? Why not? Give us answers. They gave the answers, they go back.
And look at Arsenal, all the big clubs, all the great clubs, they've got supporters' trusts.
Always.
They've got fan councils.
But they listen.
What do we have?
Nothing.
I've just got this.
And on the...
And lucky we got this, that we put our effort.
You get knocked back
on their boards. But on their board.
At your club.
At your
club.
100%.
We're the stakeholders. Everyone, all of you. We're
You can go there for a cup of coffee and they'll be happy for you to take. They'll take you $10 for 2 coffees.
And this is what we say.
But not even return calls.
But on those boards, they've got a spokesperson for the fans.
Yeah.
On there.
Yeah. And that's one thing.
Who represents the fans at the football club?
No one. No one does.
No, that's one thing they should have done too. We should have had someone on there. Yeah, but they should have someone that represents the fans.
Correct. And that's
again, no one, and none of us have been addressed on how the Carlton Football Club is going to get to its next flag and beyond. No one has addressed it. No one has told us how it's going to happen. No one has shown us how it's going to happen. No one's given us the pathway to how it's going to happen.
And you know why they wouldn't do it like now or mid-season? Because they're scared of doing it because of the noise.
The reason
if they do it now, they've failed.
The reason people rock up to the games is because they just expect it's going to happen.
Yeah, they expect it, and plus...
in the hope that it's just going to fall on... and it's not. It's not.
No, it's not going to happen.
It's not.
And it's just like the game plan.
like
if you expect it just to happen, it's almost
It'll
over.
go like that.
You lose another couple of games, it's all done.
But these players go like that.
And that's another thing.
Then it's another 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years, 10 years,
Anyway.
And as I said, there's a difference between differing opinions and still wanting...
Correct, the same
and
thing.
looking for the same thing.
Right.
We're all looking for the same thing. We've all got different opinions, but why can't we voice it and
That's my bugbear.
Yeah.
And that's how I'm addressing our fans and the audience.
All right, listen, we could go on. We just went on another half an hour on. You said you had no Paul's call.
That was Paul's call. He's calling for the fans to band together. He's calling for the Carlton Football Club to come together.
The Carlton Football Club is all of you.
All of you. All right, listen. Let's close this up, man. Let's close this up,
Comments,
and we'll see what happens.
What do we got?
Well,
we got them.
We'll do comment.
All right,
we'll do
what do you want to do? What do you want to do?
I wanted to do. Well, we just got. All right, let's do it like this. The way I've got it written down here. First of all, Instagram, TikTok, like, subscribe, sub.
Thank you, sir.
North Seafood
Hit
and
like on
Grill.
this.
Yes, Top Dog Liquor, Snitz Marino Brothers. All of you become a member. 17%. If you become a member, you get 25%. All do that. Legends of the Jumper Punch. 8 p.m. tomorrow night. Then you've got. Forever Rivals now. Forever Rivals, I want to announce that we might be doing a live show, which we do always every week, but I mean in person.
Oh, okay, right.
All 4 of us in the same room, which is probably going to be this room, right? All 4 of us in the same room the Wednesday before the Collingwood game. Me and Manny in the same room.
Sheesh.
So
You might need some bigger chairs.
Yeah, there's some big people in there, yeah. So we might be doing that. So everyone look forward to that. Everyone in the same room before the Collingwood game. Some real banter's going to go on. And also, Blue Sunday, 8 p.m. And it's with this bloke here, Bangkok Joe.
Good morning, Jumper Punch viewers. It's Bangkok Joe here with my mate, Bully. Hey, recently I took some people down to the south of Thailand, and here's their experiences.
Okay, so check this out. I gathered together a group of people who've never been to Thailand before, and I challenged them to join me for 24 hours in my favorite place in the whole kingdom. To get there, I loaded them on a boat, thanks 5-Star Marine, and of course made some epic stops along the way. We started in Phuket, then zipped around Pangong Bay. We did some kayaking, saw this, saw that, dipped in the water, and had lunch on this insane beach, and then got the boat to drop us off in a different province, Krabi, to a place that I simply call heaven on earth. I'm here at my favorite beach in all of Thailand, and I'm here with a buddy who lives in this country, but he's never been here. I can't wait to show him around, experience it through his eyes, and I also got a group of first-timers with me. This baby is Raleigh Beach. With my friend here, Robbie Shambro.
Yes, sir.
Robbie, you ever been here to Raleigh Beach?
The first time. I love it, baby.
3 years, first time to Raleigh. This is a great guy. We're gonna wander around Raleigh Beach, introduce him to Noon, and we're gonna have a great day here, man.
Can't wait, brother, man.
Yeah, let's do it. First up today is a walk over to Penis Cave, but on the way I thought I'd show you the Forma local shuttle bus, little transportation here on Raleigh East. So one thing you got to do when you come to Raleigh Beach is walk from Raleigh Beach East all the way at the end under these rock formations and stalactites hanging down and stuff. It's a really nice walk. It's only about 10 minutes from Raleigh West, and it ends up getting out there on a beach called Pranang Cave. But I will say this is the part of Raleigh where you're likely to see some monkeys.
Oh, yeah, that's the alpha.
There's a lot of monkeys here in Raleigh Beach. And be careful, don't go feeding them and stuff, because these things can get you.
All right, there you go, Bangkok Joe. That was that's part one, and that was Bangkok Joe. That was part one. So they did do a big tour. This is exactly what they do. They get 10 or 12 people, and they bring them around Thailand for 10 to 12 days, and that was part of their tour. So I hope you enjoyed that. All right,
comments.
Let's have a look at the comments.
Jane Talbot, Vin Katojo, my all-time absolute favourite Carlton legend.
He was. Star.
Sonia Pericon. He painted my house a few years ago and told me countless stories of how he would sneak out of the house to go to Carlton training because his parents didn't want him to play footy. When he'd take a break from painting, he'd ask me to put the 1999 prelim on and we would watch it over an espresso.
That's it. He would definitely do that.
How big is his house?
Huh?
How big's the house?
Jimmy Raptis. You could be 60 years old and your 80-year-old mother would still smack you over the head like you were 7.
That's true, man. She's always smacking.
Kathy Stefanidis. Us fans should be louder to get the team going like Collingwood and Sydney fans. Soccer fans in Europe are awesome. If we could be like them, for example. PAOK fans. Oh my God, in Greece. They're crazy. They
start bringing flares to the footy.
Oh, yeah.
Cripper. Boys, maybe stop eating during the show. It's really annoying. Well, you're going to be annoyed again, Cripper, unfortunately. So.
Man, since day one we've been doing this, and I can't believe you bringing that.
Maybe
the other thing is...
Could be a new viewer.
Could be a new viewer, yeah.
Might be a new viewer.
Oh, could be a new viewer.
You can't just assume the same people watch the show every week.
That's true. Could be a new viewer.
It's a new viewer.
Well,
Thank you for
I'm
watching.
letting you know it's from
but
day
just letting
one.
you know, if you go back to, I think, maybe episode 1 or 2.
Well, we had the coffee.
Yeah,
and
we were eating.
And
so.
we ate biscuit.
Welcome. If you're a new viewer, welcome.
Get ready.
We welcome all.
Sorry if we're making you hungry.
Yeah.
Chicho.
Chicho
Rex was my favourite commentator ever. Now they're a bunch of mezzimorti with no personality. Oh, dearie me. Trida. I like being able to trade players without their consent. Means players know they have to perform. Can't get complacent just because you're safe in your 3 to 4.
Yeah, that's about the trade, and I agree, mate. I reckon.
They all the comments.
Yep.
That's it.
Lovely.
All right, this has been a big one.
If people who are watching this feel guilty for what I've said about fans and they're like, oh God, maybe I've done that a few times and I maybe haven't really wanted, don't feel guilty. Just feel that you need to just change up things.
Well, if you feel that it's not going in the right direction, if you feel like you're not happy, man, it's all right to voice your opinion. It's all right to get out there.
As I said, I'm not shaking my fist at fans and shaking my fist at, it's more saying,
come on, man.
You can change it and we can all change it for better.
Yeah, go.
Let's be serious, man. We are I'm not going to say the most successful, but we are one of the great clubs, teams, monogram of Australia. We are.
Yeah.
We're one of the biggest fan bases. Let's start acting like one. Let's start acting like we are the biggest and the best.
Let's start acting like a club. And again, when I say club, I mean everybody.
Everyone.
And that includes that actually wants to get to the next premiership.
And you know what? Like, even the people that were walking out, and we bagged them a bit for walking out, but I also understand their passion and their frustration of getting there and going.
Yeah,
you know
definitely.
what? I've had enough of this,
Like,
mate.
I've basically just wasted 2 hours of my 3
I'm telling you,
hours of
they're
my
just
life.
upset,
I
man.
get that.
You think that any of those people wanted to leave? They've got to the point. You know what it was like? Remember when the video of you come out of you berating?
Yeah.
But that was a
Against
man
Brisbane,
who just
ironically.
broke it. What they're doing is they're breaking us. They're breaking us slowly, you know.
Breaking us, but we're not dead.
No, we're not dead, and we're going to keep standing. And I'm telling you, until I die, right, I'll fight for this club. You know what I mean? But we're just getting broken, and I think it's time for us. It really is enough. 20 years is enough. Do you know this is the longest period we haven't won a grand final?
29 years.
Do people realise that?
20.
The greatest club in the history of this AFL, VFL, really, right, is the longest period that anyone has, that in our history that we haven't won a grand final. Think about that, guy. What, do you accept that? Are we accepting that we are 29 years without winning a grand final and we don't look like winning one? Are you happy with that? Let's start it now. Let's start it with the Brisbane. Let's start it with the officials and the president and all of them. Let's start with all of you to stand up and say, enough is enough. Enough is enough. And if we have to sit back and all sit there and work out what it, like you said, let's work out what is his problem and let's fix it. Let's do it. Let's not waste any more time, man. I'm getting old, mate. I saw a grouse comment the other day.
A lot of people are getting old.
Yeah.
The club.
I saw a grouse comment the other day, last night. Dylan read it on somewhere, and the bloke wrote, when I die, I want Carlton to bury me just so they can
let me down
one more time. And I went, yeah, true. Look at what we're coming down to. You know what I mean? Anyway, let's end
It all starts with this weekend.
Let's start. In actual fact,
it all starts with this weekend.
No, it starts with now. It starts with now. It starts with your next drill. It starts with the president sitting back and going, you know what, what's going on? It's starting with the coach going, what have we done wrong? It's starting with the coach saying, why did those supporters walk out?
It starts with the fans questioning.
It starts with the fans
saying,
questioning.
My intention's right.
Right. All right. In saying that, everyone go down this week to the Bulldogs game. We'll be there.
Yeah.
Again, we'll be there. I'll be there right to the end, and hopefully, and the reason we're doing all this, man, is because of our. It's because how much we love the club, how much it means to us, you know, or else we wouldn't be here. We wouldn't be getting angry.
What would we to the next premiership? That's what we all need to ask.
All right, let's end this because this could go on. This could go on forever. Let's end this.
3, 2, 1.
Go Blues.
There are 4 things you need to know before you go out into the world. You remember these things and you'll be the best person you can be. First, look at this pencil. We know that in order for it to become a useful pencil, that from time to time, again and again, it's going to have to go through a resharpening. Well, if this pencil could feel, we could imagine how painful that would be. But that's what it takes for it to be a useful pencil. Life is much the same. Painful experiences and challenges come to us all. But it is through these opportunities that we build character and we grow. Second is to keep in mind that we'll be able to correct many of the mistakes you make along the way, just like this eraser. So if we learn from our mistakes, they're not mistakes. They're lessons we can use to do better the next time around. And third, just like this pencil, every place where you are used, so to speak, you leave your mark. You're writing your own story. And fourth, always remember, the most important part of you is what's inside.